Hello, good evening, everyone. If you can see and hear me, can I see your chat in the chat box, in the comment box? If you can see and hear me, please let me have your comments, your chat in the comment box. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. Please let me know. I'm still waiting to read. Hello, good evening, everyone. I just want to confirm they can hear and see me, please. Hello, good evening, everyone. Please let me know if you can see and hear me. Please put in the comments section. Good evening, and welcome. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Good to have you in the building. Good to have you. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hi, Ebiki. Thank you for joining. Please do well to share with your friends and families. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Hey, we have from in the building. Good evening. Thank you, everyone. Please just do well to share with your friends and family. This is a very important conversation that would don't want anyone to miss. Oh, someone is saying no. Oh, really? I think this Reina Love, can you confirm you can hear me? Let me see if I can see myself. Yeah, I can see myself. I can hear myself. Yeah, I can hear myself. Oh, thank you, Fumi. Thank you for confirming that. Please do well to share with your friends and family. Invite everyone. Tell them we're live. And please, if your spouse is not here, please go and drag them. This is a conversation no one should miss. And this is not a conversation that you should listen alone. So you need to drag your spouse in here and let them also be a part of what we are going to learn tonight. All right. Um, Thank you. If you are, I mean, please can you put in the, oh, he's at work. Oh, dear Lord. Don't worry, you get to catch a replay. So the replay would be on this channel. So I'll definitely share the link. You'll get to catch a replay. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing night. Coach Chindah is ready with fire. So I know it's going to be an amazing night for us tonight. So please, could you put in the comment section where you are where you're is it dialing in from now? Where you're streaming from? Do you want to put in the comment section where you're streaming from? Nigeria, Lagos, UK. Can we have where you're streaming from? Thank you, thank you. Please let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it coming. I'm still waiting though. UK, thank you, Daniela. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please put it on your status. Let people know we are live. Let people know we are live. I'm also trying to update my status. Yeah, let people know we are live. Coach Chindah is ready with fire. All right, thank you. Please, I'm still expecting your comments. Please, can we put in the chat box where we are dialing in from? UK. Where in UK? Do you want to specify what part of UK you're dialing in from? East Midland, West Midland, Southwest, East. Okay, I think we should start now. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Atineke Ayomakinde, and I'm one of the co-admins at Parents Supporting Parents in the UK. I'm going to do a brief introduction of what we do in PSP. I'm sure you would have seen from the invite that this program was organized by PSP. So let me just quickly run through what we do in PSP. And before before I start that, I need to know what people's expectations are for for tonight's webinar. What are your expectations? What are you hoping to get out as a result of this webinar? I know for some people, this is not the first time they are going to attend our webinar, but I think this is a bit unique for us. It's a conversation no one really wants to talk about. It's something that is like a big issue in most homes, and everyone is just quiet about it. No one wants to talk about it, and it's a quite sensitive conversation, but it's good we talk about it so that if there's any challenge, there's any issue, we will be able to understand what the issue is, and we will be able to resolve it amicably. So please, I need you to put in the comment section, tell me what are your expectations for tonight. I'm sure when you saw the broadcast or the invite or something, you'll be like, what are these guys going to talk about? So please, I'd like to read in the comment section. Let me know what your expectations are. And if you have not shared it, please share with your friends and family, share on your status, share on the various groups and platforms you are in. And please, most importantly, drag, pull, which other grammar do you want is make sure your spouse is here with you. Don't listen to this alone. I'm still waiting for your comments, guys. Is anyone online? Yeah, I can see people are online and I'm not seeing anything in the comments. Where's everyone? Okay, who is going first? Who is going first? Who wants to share their expectations with me? Can everyone still hear and see me? I've not seen anything in the comment section. Is anyone typing? Oh, well, it's too long. Okay, let me just wait a bit. Maybe someone is trying to compose. Fumi, thank you. What's the can you expatiate? I mean, we are not kids here. Fumi is saying, I want to know the cocoa. What's the cocoa? Please break it down for us. We are not kids here. I hope there are no singles on this call. I hope so. I hope so. Because this is strictly married. It's for married people. Please break it down. Break it down. Let's know what it is. Let's know what it is. Oh, okay, Daniela. Yes. So tell me, what are your expectations? I want to know what you're expecting. I want to know what you're expecting from this webinar so that at the end of the webinar, we'll know whether your expectations were actually met or maybe it was just a waste of time. Okay. The other matter is a serious matter and is discussing every now and again. Thank you, Rena Love. Yes, it is a very serious matter and it really needs to be discussed. Wow, thank you. I love that. Okay, I'll not be saying I'm tired. I love that. Please, guys, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. I'll not be saying I'm tired. Yeah. Brenda, what are you saying here too? Yeah, the other room, yeah, it's a serious matter. And and you know, most times we shy away from things like this and we just pretend as if everything is fine. But really, a lot of marriages have been destroyed as a result of this conversation. So it's something we really need to excuse me, please. Oh, you can see and hear me. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, so before I bring on our guest speaker, I would like to do like a quick introduction and then I want to tell you more about PSP. So PSP, let me maximize it so that everyone can see it. So PSP is Parents Supporting Parents in the UK, and it's a community where we come together. I mean, it's just all of us coming together. It's like a safe space for people living in the UK. We know how UK can be sometimes, can be lonely. You're far away from family, you're far away from friends, and you're just trying to settle in, adjust, and get your life going. And it can really be a very big challenge for most people. And so we've come together, parents, mostly Nigerian parents. Oh, thank you, my darling sister. Thank you. I know mostly Nigerian parents, we've come together to create this community just to help ourselves and see how we can provide a safe space and a community for ourselves. So our vision is to empower mostly Nigerian parents in the UK to thrive in a diverse society while raising wholesome families and fostering a sense of community. And our tagline is supporting each other, raising strong families. Like I said, we are here to provide our support. I know our relocation can take a toll on people, and now having families, childcare responsibilities, taking care of your home, your husband, going to work. I mean, it can be a lot on people. And you know, this environment thrives on information. How you succeed or how you do well in this environment is based on the information you are receiving in terms of the quality and where you're getting that information from. A lot of people are informed, but they are informed with the wrong information. Some people would have made better decisions if they had the right information. So that's one of the reasons why this community is up, to provide people with the right kind of information that is needed for them to thrive. And most especially, we are family focused, and we don't just want you to thrive as an individual, as a family collectively. We want you to thrive. And so this is our mission, to provide a supportive and inclusive environment where Nigerian parents in the UK can share their experiences, can access resources, and build network that promotes mutual learning and holistic well-being for themselves and also for their families. And through collaboration and advocacy, we aim to equip Nigerian parents with the tools and knowledge needed to navigate the challenges of parenting in a new country, and to also create a meaningful and fulfilling life for themselves and their children in the UK. And at the moment, we have over 500 members, both male and female, all residents in the UK. So that's the criteria for you to join. You have to be residents in the UK, and that's why we allow only UK numbers on the group. Yeah, here are core values: respect, empathy, mutual support, education, advocacy, and community engagement. And in the last 1 year, we've had various webinars whereby we bring in guest speakers to, come educate us. We've had a webinar on how to care for your skin, transiting to a new environment. The weather is different, and, people have had complaints about skins and about their skin. So we had a webinar earlier in January on how to take care of our skin. And we also had a webinar on safeguarding. I know most people, if one of the orientation I had before relocating is, hey, social worker, we collect your children. No, you cannot leave a child at home. Oh, you cannot spank a child. Oh, everything. You cannot. And we had just had to bring in a speaker to enlighten us more on what are safeguarding issues, what are child concerns, at what point can a social worker step into a matter. Just conversations around that, and it was quite helpful for a lot of us. And also in January, we demystified the education system in the UK. Quite a number of people have children in primary and secondary, and like I said, information is power, and it's not just about getting information, it's getting the quality of the information. So, we're enlightened, we're empowered on the education system in the UK, and how to make certain decisions when it comes to education, our children's education. And also, we in February, we are building a strong financial foundation in the UK. This is very important, as in it is very important, because if you are not careful, you just live from hand to mouth in the UK. So we learned about personal finance, we learned about budgeting, and we after the event, after the webinar, a number of us signed up on the Millionaires Challenge, and I can say that it's been a tremendous growth personally for me and my family. And so, our coach was able to expand more on personal finance, how what you have, how you can make it big if you know how to manage what you have, if you know how to plan, how to budget, how to allocate resources between. She talked about investments and everything, and it was just a wonderful session for us. And then in July, we had a conversation around how to find yourself in the busyness of life. We all can attest to that UK is busy. Life generally is busy. Then living in UK is a very fast-paced environment, and it's super duper busy. And if you are not careful, you tend to lose your identity, you tend to lose your personality, you tend to lose your self-esteem in an attempt to try and just get things going. You have the own funds to take care of, you have the family, and you also have your work. And especially for women, there's this expectation that you should be able to keep everything together, everything going. And UK is not like Nigeria, that you have access to grandma, you have cousins, you have relatives that you can just pull in and say, hey, come and spend the weekend with me. But here, you are your own. Is you and your family, or is you and yourself. So it's really just it's it's a quite interesting environment. And if you are not careful, you just realize that yeah, God, but we are able to learn how to find ourselves in that busy space, in that busy environment, no matter how busy the environment is, how you can uh create structure. Yes, you can have access to the past webinars. So they are currently uploaded on this channel. So if you go to this YouTube channel that you are streaming from, the past webinars are actually uploaded there. So you can go and visit and just refresh yourself. Even personally, I mean, something I would like to go and just refresh myself over and over again, because it's something we need to, especially this July webinar, because a lot of people are lost in the system. I mean, everything is just busy, buzz, 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 and before you realize it, you are losing. I mean, if I do a poll, if I do a random poll, all right, you're welcome. If I do a random poll and I ask women, especially on this kind, I ask you that when was the last time you had a spa? So let me just throw it out. When was the last time you went for a spa? When was the last time you had like a self-care treatment? And you just when was the last time you had girls hang out? Even the guys too. I mean, you guys can answer too. So it's the environment is just so fast paced, and especially for women, you are thinking of yourself, you are thinking of family, and it's not as if you don't want to do those things, but you're like, where am I going to keep my children? I mean, that has always been a big concern. So many things you want to do, so many places you want to go, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, okay, how am I going to keep the kids? Who's going to take care of them? And so the webinar really addressed that issue on how we can find ourselves in the business of life, how to automate things, how to set up systems and structures in your home that ensures that you are not burnt out. Excuse me. I mean, Friday, I'm always looking forward to Friday, because at least I have one and a half or 2 full days that I don't have to wake up early, do school runs. I have to I don't have to wake up and do school runs and everything. So it's just really been an amazing time. Um, and also going forward, so this has not been updated. Then in September, we had Raising Confidence and Empowered Girls, and we had Coach Irene and come talk to us. If you have kids in that, oh, bless you, last year, and I need another one. You've been procrastinating. You see what I'm saying? It's not as if you don't want to, but if you look at the timing, you ask yourself, how am I going to where am I going to keep the kids? Oh, bless you, joy, bless you, joy. That's good. That's good. I mean, good to know that they are intentional about this. I think I had one in October too. After a while, I'm just like, you know what? Every other thing can wait, but this, I'm gonna get it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see that women are being more intentional. Thank you, Joy. Joy says she had an indoor pamper last night. Awesome. So good to know. So good to know. And then in September, we had Raising Confident and Empowered Girls. And we all know how this environment is, right? Teenagers, girls, finding their self-esteem, all that. And it was such an amazing time. Coach Irene was able to break down some things, how you can help your child build their confidence. Yeah, there are quite a lot of issues around people of color, and have to help your children, have to help your girls survive in this kind of environment. And in October, we had Auntie Etima. She spoke to us about how we can raise girls who can survive, navigate, and thrive anywhere in the world. And it was such an amazing session for those that were there. I mean, we didn't want it to end, but we just had to go. And I'm sure some people would wonder, like, why is it only girls, girls, girls? Okay, we have something planned for the boys too. It's just been trying to get hold of the speakers has just been a challenge. But hopefully before the end of the year, we'll definitely have something for the boys too. Yeah, so This so if you like to be a part of PSP, if you like to be a part of the parents supporting parents in the UK, so these are the contacts you can reach out to. And well, during the course of the event, we'll posting the URL link for you to. Okay, so here's the URL link. If you can scan this, the QR code, and this URL link to join the group. We only allow UK numbers. So even if you are not in the UK and you have relatives in the UK that you think would like to be a part of this community, please do well to invite them. And thank you. So I have my coach, I have my speaker in the studio. I'm so excited about tonight. When you speak with Coach Chindah, you could literally feel the fire in it. I mean, you could literally touch the fire when he speaks. And I'm so glad, I'm so excited to have him on board tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play his barrel, and after then you're going to see him. He's going to start the session. Please go and grab, is it tea, is it hot chocolate or tea or whatever you want to grab, and please drag your spouse. These conversations are not conversations you want to listen alone. Drag your spouse, pull them, whatever you want to do, just to make sure they are seated with you. And please do well to also share it with your contacts. This is a conversation people don't talk about, but is really needed at this time. So sit back, and I'm going to play his barrel right now.
Chindah Chindah is an award-winning transformational speaker, a certified life, relationship, and performance coach. He is an NLP practitioner, best-selling author, and a John Maxwell Leadership Certified Coach, Speaker and Trainer. He is an entrepreneur, preacher, senior IT consultant, passionate youths and young adults leader and mentor. He is the founder of the following organizations: Limitless Life Pro Academy, Married Life Management, Christ Ambassadors Reaching Everywhere, CARE, Evangelistic Ministry, and co-founded Tuoshi Consulting Limited, an IT and technology company, Chindah's Grocery Store Limited UK, and Fruitaventure Limited with his wife Coach Chindah. He wrote 5 best-selling books: What Can I Do to Make My Marriage Work?, Empowered by the Spirit, Following Jesus Daily as a New Christian Teen Warrior, and The Power of Personal Change. He teaches and mentors young generations to rise to the challenges and changing times, to develop into an accountable and responsible leader of tomorrow with a distinctive and high-performing mindset, while retaining their identity of their best and highest self. He coaches mature single adults, engaged persons, newlyweds, the married, single parents, and the separated to find their unique relationships and personality differences, to responsibly manage and overcome all relationships' pain points, to create and build a relationship that is stable, strong, and satisfying throughout their lives together. He is a passionate street preacher, God lover, and sent as a preacher to declare God's word and deliver God's people from all satanic strongholds due to the captivity of sinful living. He travels with his team on a monthly basis to various cities in the UK, preaching the gospel, winning souls for Christ, and hosting crusades abroad. He considers Pentecostal evangelization as the only greatest and highest calling of his life, while on earth besides his numerous pursuits.
He has been married to his God-fearing, gorgeous, and beautiful wife, Chimsy, for the past 16 years. And they both have 2 adorable and talented boys, Chris and Cedric. He resides in England, UK, where he oversees all his secular, business, speaking, and spiritual engagements. Join me to welcome Chinda Chindah.
Yay! So good to have you tonight. Good. The devil is a liar,
amazing.
We made it.
Oh wow! Oh my
Thank
goodness!
you.
I don't. It's been an interesting day, but I want to say a massive thank you to you guys being patient with me. I think the system didn't want us to have this, to be honest. The system is upset.
I know, right?
I had to do force reboots, trying to do everything to make sure that this thing actually goes very well. So I'm grateful that we're here now. And I just want to encourage everyone, if it's possible to get your husband here, I think that would be very good. The content and what we're sharing today is for adults. If you're not married, just learn. Please do not practice this at home if you're not married. Please, I plead with you. And for those that are married, and I want you to practice this because God is going to help you to utilize everything that we're going to talk about here today. Okay. Now, I also want to say that the content is going to be raw, it's going to be real, and it's going to be uncensored. And for the ladies, I want to have a strong disclaimer right now that if you are going through menopause, please make sure that your menopause is intact because this thing can reverse menopause. And if you don't want any other child, again, just make sure that your protection works. Okay. And it might get very uncomfortable. Don't go and practice what I'm teaching. Please allow me to finish first. Okay. I think that's going to be a very, very good idea. But before we continue, I just want to know where you're joining from in the UK, anywhere, just put on the chat for me. Let me be sure that you're with me here. Just put on the chat. I want to be sure that you're with me here, please. If you can just put on the chat, I will really, really appreciate that. If you can put on the chat for me, let me just know where you are joining from. That would be so, so good. Okay, just put on the chat for me. Let me know where you're joining from. Okay, let's see. That's good. Yeah, just keep putting it on there. Let me see. It's here. Awesome. All right. Let's see who's here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was looking at a different screen. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Great. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. So we have can hear and see you. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's not from me. Okay, so Joy, thank you. Daniela, thank you guys. Okay, from Manchester. Okay, Dublin, Chinwe. Okay, good. Loading. All right. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. And I also want to know if you're here with your husband, can you just type M? If there's a man in this room, type M. If you're a female, please just type F, please. Let me know. I just want to have some data, please. Um, just put on the chat for me. Let me know they are with me. Okay. Okay, F. Okay, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate that. Please, if you can just help me get that data, that would be great. That would be great. Okay, let's see. Who else is there? Right. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay. We stay again. Okay, let me see. F, M and F, F, F. All right. Ukubo. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. F. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, please, if you don't mind, just put it. I would really appreciate because I'm looking at the data. It's gonna help me with what I'm doing today. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay. And is it possible to just tell those in the group that they're about to miss a section that you don't want them to regret not being in this section? Do you have a brother, a sister, a friend, a colleague, wherever they are? Please tell them to join this live. Um, and the ladies, if your husbands are not here, they're somewhere, maybe watching football or something. Just tell them that you're gonna do something with them tonight that you've never done for a very long time. That you're gonna go crazy tonight and this week. So promise them something that is going to be really weird, but interestingly weird that you're going to do. Uh, uh, okay, right, okay. Yeah, I understand that. I just want to know. So we have the okay, so right. Okay, interesting. Okay, good. Right, okay. And then this is just the last one before we proceed. If you are married in this place, just put MA. Okay, whether you're man or woman, it doesn't matter. Just put MA for me, if that's okay with you. Right. If you're married, just put MA quickly for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Olufunke, thank you. Joy, thank you. Okay, we have, yeah, I think thank you, Monday, MA. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Right. Okay. And for those that were gonna get their husbands, tell the husbands to join. Try to speak to them, even if they are in somewhere. Tell them to just log on with their phone. You know, send them the YouTube. Put it on your start or something. Let the guys come in because this is really really important that the guys are here. I know the ladies is good, but I also want the guys to be here as well. Okay. Right. Okay. Good. 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 All right. That's good. Okay, interesting. Interesting. All right. Okay. So that's I think that should be fine. Um let me see. Okay. I think that should be fine. All right. I'm trying to present my screen. Just 1 second. Okay. Um all right. I think I can share slide. Yeah, okay. All right. So I want to see, can you if you can see. Okay, I think I might just do it this other way. 1 second. Because I want to share a slide, but let me see if you can see. If you can see, just let me know. I'm going to try it one more time. Let's see if it's going to work. Um, okay. Right. So please just put on the chat. Can you see the screen? Can you see my slide? Just put on the chat for me. If you can see the slide, let me know. Can you hear me? If you can see the slide, just let me know. Let me know if you can see the slide. I've just shared. No. Oh, well, no, we can't.
Do you want to send it to me to put it up for you?
Okay. All right. It's showing sharing. All right. Let me send it to you. No slice, please. Okay. 1 second. President. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna send it to you because I don't know why it's not letting me share. Second. Mm, let me see. It's not letting me. So okay, let me just Wow, that's strange. Okay. All right, so I've just sent it to you. I'm sending it to you on WhatsApp. Sorry, guys. I think this is not nice. Or it's not showing. Okay, I've sent it to you. Just try to see if you can share. Apologies. This is I've done it twice and it didn't. So you can see. Okay. So just try to share. Let me see if you can now. Um, so I've sent you the slide. So see if you can try to share. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Okay, right. Thank you. So you're gonna be really some of the parts I'm gonna be a bit fast because of time, but I have some areas I really want to spend a bit of time to go deep. Okay. So I want to just talk about something which I believe is really, really important. How to give and receive personalized sexual pleasure without feeling tired, used, or frustrated. Just go to the next slide. Just follow me very quickly. It's really, really important. If you go to the next slide, I don't know if you can. Okay, all right. Now, the purpose why I want to take a bit of time to talk about this is this. I want you to just, most of us here are married, and I'm hoping that the guys are also in the room, and also hoping that everyone that is here have an intention to engage with their spouse on different levels, emotionally, spiritually, physically, intellectually, to have a very strong intimacy. Okay. And I also want to say that it's really, really important that you know that, bedroom activities and the relationship with your spouse on the bedroom level is critically important if your relationship, if your marriage is to be thrilling, blissful, is to thrive. And if both of you are to affectionately enjoy each other the way God has designed. Now, we're in an environment where a lot of people are very busy, a lot of people are engaged in all sorts of things. And this aspect of marriage, this aspect of relationship is less talked about. And sometimes people are even shy to talk about it. Some people have issues and challenges, but they cannot really express themselves fully because there are so many underlying issues and challenges, right? Now, the other part is because they know that this is important and because there are other things that are hindering the bedroom spark, the bedroom interest, and the changes to begin to happen, they are not fully able to give themselves to do what it takes to have a personalized sexual pleasure where you can freely speak to your spouse about what you want in the bedroom and they don't get offended. And if they do something that is not entirely great or exciting or thrilling, you can have communication from an empathic, understanding, and matured way so that they can understand exactly what needs to happen. And this is why in this section, I want you to have an open mind. Okay. Don't be over religious here and don't come with a biased mind. Just have an open mind because you're going to learn, you're going to unlearn, you're going to relearn. That's the purpose of relationship. And most times when people are married from the beginning, you realize that in the beginning, this aspect is always great, it's always amazing. But after some time, because of commitment, of children, of work, of so many external factors, this is now put at the back burner. Unfortunately, not knowing that this is a fuel, this is a catalyst, is critical to ensure that in spite of everything you're doing, this aspect of your marriage, aspect of your relationship with your significant other is maintained in an optimal level that brings intense pleasure for both of you. And you understand as we go ahead. Let's go to the next slide, please. It's really, really important. Now you might be wondering, why am I talking about this? And who am I? Okay, to talk about this. I'm talking about this because I am a sexual satisfaction coach. I'm certified in this area. And also, I am married myself. Okay. And I've been married for 16 years, with my wife. And I am dedicated to one woman. Okay. I don't have a side chick. And I don't intend to have a side chick, if that will make you, if you understand. I was privileged before this time. I didn't have access to a girlfriend. So I didn't have girlfriend. I didn't know no girl, no nothing. So this is the only woman I have access to. Okay. And because I didn't even do experimentation, finding out, checking, trying that girl, I didn't do any of that. All right, 28 years virgin. And I said, God, just help me to engage and participate in this activity. And I want to talk about my personal sexual life. In my marriage, in my relationship, sexual encounter here happens between 3 to 7 times a week. Now, I'm just being open and vulnerable about this. Now, most people wonder how is that possible? In fact, I think three is I hardly we hardly have 3 sexual encounters a week. It's always more than that. But I just put the barest minimum is 3 times, obviously, except during period time, because I give my wife full 7 days to 8 days, to transform her life and to be better. Because, as a man, you got to give the vagina time to breathe. That thing works a lot. It's very busy. So I need to give it time to regenerate, have some time with God and the Holy Spirit, repair anything that possibly I may have, overused, and come back on top again. Yeah. So this is an area that I know that I've been blessed with a special anointing. Yeah. Thank you very much, Shimaya. Yeah. To really, really know what happens in this space. Okay. And then I also want to know that it's really, really important that for me, my wife's satisfaction is a big deal for me. Okay. Here we practice multiple orgasm. I will tell you what that means. Multiple orgasm weekly. It's not monthly, yearly. No, it's a weekly thing. And it's my personal responsibility as a chief giver of multiple orgasm to ensure that my wife have multiple orgasm as consistently as possible. Okay. Now, there are dimensions to this. And this is very practical. This is very real. Do you understand? So what I want to share here is I'm going to use my own marriage. I'm going to use my own class. I'm going to use so many other things. Okay. And whatever I'm saying that resonates with you, please, I want you guys to be putting on the chat box. Let me know that you're with me, that you're not maybe, you're busy cooking beans, a wedu soup, a guisi, or you're somewhere else. Let me have some attention and some comments just to make sure that we are all together. Okay. This is really, really important. And I have various specialization when it comes to marriage and relationship based on my expertise and relationship. But the context of what we're talking about today, I'm going to really focus more on how you can consistently fulfill sexual satisfaction with your spouse. I can confidently say that my wife is not like tired or frustrated or feeling that I'm using her body as an object. No, I don't do that. Why? Because I have mastered how to make sure that that body is fully being utilized properly so that she also get the multiple orgasm and the enjoyment that she deserves. Sexual satisfaction is not for man only. And there's nowhere that God said that sexual satisfaction is for man. Unfortunately, the ladies are lacking behind because a lot of the men do not know how to function or do not know how to perform or do not know how to utilize all the components of the incredible body that the woman has. If you think about the man's body, our body is very dry. Our body doesn't have a lot of things to enjoy. Maybe one or two things. The rest are like iron, very hard. They are not very adequate. You get what I'm saying? So, but for the woman's body, there's a lot God has provided. And this is really, really important. Let's go to the next slide. So please open your mind and be ready. Let's engage, let's talk, let's discuss, right? I would unpack and diffuse any confusion, error, misunderstanding around marital satisfaction so you can focus on what matters to create sexual healing life with your personal effort. You can see the word there, personal effort. You see, as people of faith or people that have been married for a couple of years, a couple of time, religion has made us so shy. We don't talk about these things a lot. We're not practical. We're not very real. We are we censor things a lot. We are politically correct in the bedroom, and we are shy. We're not able to fully utilize. But I always tell people something. They don't understand that sexual satisfaction is not from Nollywood, it's not from Bollywood, it's not from Hollywood or Auntywood or Bollywood. It is from heavenwood. You get that? Okay. I hope you're following me. It's from heavenwood sexual satisfaction. And look, if you are married and you're not constantly engaging your spouse, engaging mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically, financially, intellectually, full intimacy, then there is something fundamentally not right. So sexual healing is a gift from God. And I think it's important we unlearn so many myths and unbeliefs and things that we've had that hold us back from fully enjoying our marriage and relationship. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, next slide. So what I want you to do, you might get a pen, get something to write. You see, it's a personal choice, not a chance, that determined our marital blissful destiny and overall sexual satisfaction. Why in it? You see, for you to have sexual satisfaction, for you to have sexual bliss and blessing of sexual intimacy, then it's a choice. It is not a chance. Okay, let's just assume that one day our sexual intimacy will be all right. It doesn't work like that. Let's just believe that Angel Gabriel and Michael will teach us in the realm of the spirit on how to manage and how to utilize our bodies. Okay? Or it's like you're wondering, well, since we don't know, let's just hope that one day we will learn in the realm of the spirit. That's just that's just fallacy. That is just fantasy. That is just unrealistic. It's living in a fiction world, right? This is practical. This is real. So you need to make up your mind, you and your spouse, to start doing things that you are not doing. Otherwise, you will not get the pleasure, you not enjoy. You need to stop some things that is not good. And then there are things you're doing now that is good. So as I go through this content, I want everybody to be practical and real to themselves. There is no point to assume. If you think you are all right, there are some things you're going to learn here. If you think that you are not all there, there's some things that you might be wondering. And before I proceed, I want everybody in this call to respond to me on the chat. Okay, this is being real now. This is being practical. Okay. Some people might feel uncomfortable to put what I want to do, but that's fine. But I want you to either mentally or write it down. Sexual satisfaction, number 10, is really amazing, really enjoyable, full pleasure, full throttle of enjoyment. 0 is that one is non-existent. Maybe once a week, once in a month, once in 2 weeks, things like that. It's not really great. And even when it is done, so mechanical, so dry, it's almost like elephant and dog is having sex. It's strenuous. It's laborious. It's too much work. You get that? So this is really important. Put the number, right? Put the number in your head, because I'm going to ask you later. Okay, just write it down. Where are you? Where do you fall? So that by the end, we'll know where you're going to be and where you want to be. So put where you are now and where you want to be. Okay. 10-10 is multiple orgasm, sexual enjoyment, a lot of foreplay, practical, full sexual blow, 3 to 7 sex per week. That's number 10. You are in the baby, probably 1 or 2% of guys, right? Or of relationships. Okay. And it's consistent. It's not just once a week or once in 1 month. Consistent, 365 days in a year, you maintain that level of energy. Now, some people will say, oh, how is that possible? I've got children, I've got work, I've got my business, I've got my purpose, I have to go and look after my mother, I'm traveling. And they have all these things they have to say, and yet this area is dying. There's something I've always told my wife, that when I go to heaven, because I'm going to get there by God's grace, when I get there and I discovered that there's going to be an award for husbands that adequately utilize their penis and also ensure that their wife has multiple orgasms, and they're given an award in heaven, I think I'm going to be among those that we collect, because I'm not going to waste anything on earth. Okay, this is really, really important. I will be among those that Jesus will give a trophy, because I did not waste the breast, I did not waste the vagina, I did not waste clitoris, I did not waste the buttocks, I did not waste the chest, the back, the lips. I didn't waste anything. Everything was worked upon. Fully utilization. And I think that's where all of us are supposed to be. Right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, let's go quick now. Next slide. Okay, so it's important to say that it is easy to say I do at your wedding day than actually do what you say you will do in your marriage. One happy wedding day is not equal to ever after a marriage. Now, this is very important. Most of us, we are happy in marriage, we're happy in relationships at the beginning. You don't marry the devil, you don't marry an enemy, but human beings, their weaknesses, their traumas, so many things they've gone through in life begin to interfere, block, shut down the incredibility of you enjoying what is exclusively your right in relationship. I want to take you guys on a journey. Before I go to the full-blown how to maximize and multiply sexual pleasure in a way that you've never imagined before, I will take you on a journey from how this marriage thing is all about, because this is for the married. Like I said before, you can't practice this if you are not married. This is for the married. If you're learning this, if you're not married, that's great. That's fine. You're going to use that later. Okay. So next slide. Okay. Next slide. Right. So it's important to know relationship and marriage is a lifetime commitment. It's not a hotel where you check in, and when things don't go according to your way or expectation, you check out. You check out. Why? Why are you checking out? Right? Relationship and challenge. Your relationship have their own unique challenges and their own difficulties, because human beings are the one that makes relationship very difficult and very challenging. It's not Christ, not God. We make relationship challenging. And marriage today has been portrayed as something that is a hotel. You check in, you don't like the bed, you get out. You check in, I don't like the food. I'm supposed to have carrot, and you gave me ginger. I don't like garlic. I'm get out. Like, we treat marriage with so much levity, with so much complacency. And because it's the norm, the society has made marriage to become something that you just get out. It doesn't matter. If I don't feel, I'm not talking about where your life is being threatened. I'm not talking about where there's intense abuse. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But today, everything that we just feel somehow, we want to get out, because we have been so fed by the media, by the magazines, by celebrities, by influencers in such a way that you just get out, because they want to destroy the foundation of what God made from the beginning, that whatever God put together, let no man separate. And we did a vow on the altar, and we said something, right? We said that until death do us apart, but now it's until when I'm not happy, I get out. When I feel uncomfortable, I get out. Whatever I don't just feel that is, I get out. Like, we treat marriage like it's like going to McDonald's. Just buy this food. You don't like it, you chuck it in the bin and tell them to give your money back, and you walk away. That's why marriage is not for babies. It's not for kids. It's not for people that do not understand the commitment. In commitment, there are challenges. In commitment, there are difficulties. In commitment, do you know what it means to be consistent, to be disciplined, to be focused, to read, to learn? Do you know what it means to forgive someone that you're not supposed to forgive until the end of life, and you forgive because you want your Heavenly Father to forgive you? It's incredible. But that forgiveness, that tenacity, that ability to bearing one another's reproaches, one another's ups and downs, and is difficult today. A lot of people have lost that mentality and perspective of lifetime commitment. And it's a challenge. Next slide. So, what's marriage? Very simple. I love this slide. Okay. Number one, it's a model of a complete family. But there's a maturity in between, because the man will leave his father and his mother, will cleave to his wife, and they will become one flesh. See, there's a process of becoming one flesh. Most people think, or they have ever thought, that when you are married, you are automatically one flesh. Yes, you're automatically one flesh in the spiritual sense, but you are not one flesh yet mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. These are process. This takes time. So we are one flesh, we are one flesh, okay, I get it. You're one flesh. That's right, spiritually. But are you one flesh physically? Are you one flesh emotionally? Are you one flesh intellectually? Are you one flesh experientially? Are you one flesh financially? You see what I'm talking about now? That's a different dimension. It's a different ball game altogether. And it's a process of learning, unlearning, a process of building friendship, trust, openness, dependence, reliability. These things takes time to form. But one of the things I found challenging in marriage is that so many areas of our lives, we pay the price to become whatever we want to become. But when it comes for something that is so foundational, something that is so critical, something that is so indispensable for us to thrive in different areas of our lives, it is treated with levity, with carelessness. We don't take it really serious. Sometimes it's the last thing to even think about. And this is why, you know, people are spiritually one, but they're not spiritually, they're not physically one, they're not emotionally one, they're not intellectually one, they're not financially one. And that need a lot of work to have this complete intimacy. Intimacy is not just one spiritual source. Okay, that's fine. What about the other aspects of intimacy? There are some marriages and relationships that maybe they are financially all right, but emotionally they are not. Or maybe they're emotionally all right, but sexually they are not. Or maybe they're sexually all right, but unfortunately, intellectually they are not. Sometimes they're even intellectually all right, sexually all right, but spiritually they are not. You see, they say it's so lopsided intimacy. It's not balance. You must be complete in all areas. So I want to challenge your relationship. Where are you? What are you going to do about it? And move forward. Okay. And as we go through this, I just want you to have an open mind, like I said, and I will challenge you to rethink your marriage, to rethink, redefine what you call marriage and relationship, what you call commitment. Challenge and critically look at yourself in the mirror and say, where I am now. What exactly am I doing? And begin to look for ways to do things differently. Next slide, please. I'm really sorry. I wish I can change this by myself. Okay, so it is important to know you have spirit, soul, and body. These are the three aspects of a man, aspects of a woman. That's what makes complete human, right? Okay, but you just need to understand that what I'm talking about today, you can't take away soul, take away spirit, and just focus on the body. You can't just say, let's focus on the body, let's leave the spirit, and don't forget about the soul. The soul is your emotion. The soul is your intellect. Your soul is your mind. Your soul is your will. Listen, guys, the will part of the body is the soul. To have sexual satisfaction that is so full and pleasurable, that is a will. In will, you make decisions. You make choices. Remember, I told you, sexual satisfaction is a choice and is driven and fueled from the components of the will factor within the soul. You can have this without the complete aspect of you. And the spirit is that you are exclusive, saying, this woman is the only woman I have. This man is the only man I have. I can't be parading with other things. No side chicks, no side elephant, no side horses, hippopotamus. There's no side whatever. It's all this. So you need to make up your mind. It's a decision. Okay, let's go to the next slide. It's all completing. So you can see here, sex happens in the body, and this is where the greatest impact is exerted. Now, hold on. Now, it is really important because the body, we have the senses. You can feel, you can touch, you can smell, you can hold. All these things, they're what creates or generates all these endorphins and the serotonins and the oxytocin, these neurochemical components that makes you feel pleasured or pleasurable, that makes you feel this excitement, this enjoyment, this thing that just heals you. It's exerted in the body. And only woman can have sex. Spirit does not have sex. If spirits have sex, then there's something fundamentally wrong. Sex is for humans. Humans that have body. So if someone is constantly having sex in the dreams with a man, with a woman, constantly, then there's a big problem in that marriage and in that relationship. I don't want to go into that aspect right now. Now, the other part again is this. There are some men and women, they are so in the spirit. They are so full of the spirit. Spirit, they speak in tongues. They are Pentecostals. They are powerful. They pray. They are all spirit. But their wife doesn't feel the impact of whatever spirit they think they have, or their husbands. This is very powerful. This is very important. Next slide. So very quickly, I'm not going to take much time here, but it's really important, ladies, to know that this is why sex is important to men. You know, for us men, one of the ways we interpret love, one of the ways we interpret that you guys love us, one of the way we understand what love is when we make love to you guys. We can buy you guys Range Rovers. We can buy you gold and diamonds. We are taking you on holiday. We can do all sorts of things with you guys. If we are not entering you guys, I can tell you right now from experience and also from speaking to so many men around the world, and the statistics is clear. Men understand what love is by ejaculation, by penetrating. This is where we interpret love. When we are not getting this, when we are not having a lot of sex, when we're not having intimacy with the ladies, the women, the wives in our lives, we're in trouble. We might claim to be strong. We might claim that we are powerful. We are head of the family. We might be behaving like we are all right. Ladies, I'm telling you now, without any form of shame, we are not all right. Can somebody just type there, say, men are not all right without sex? Can you type it, please, for me? Men are not all right without sex. We are not all right, oh. We are not all right. Because our wiring, we need to release. Part of the way we release stress, men are not all right without sex. Yes, that's right. We are not all right. Because our testosterone, even our prostate health, to reduce the risk, we need to do all this. Scientifically, psychologically, I can tell you now, we are not all right. And again, do you know how we feel close to you guys? Ladies, the way men feel close to their wives, let me let you know now. It's not on the movies. It's not when they are watching the footballs with you. It's not when we are eating. Those are just aid, the subsidiaries, associated reasons. It's not that when we go out, we go to play, we jump around. These are associated reasons. The way we feel close to you, the way we feel empowered, the way we feel strong, is when we are in you guys. It's when we're in the women, the wives. You know, all this confidence that we have, all this self-esteem, all this boost, all this being bonding. Look, we can eat out with you guys, restaurants. We can go out with the ladies, give them money. We can help them in the kitchen. We can do all this stuff. It's okay. They are all right. You see, the moment we are not inside you, ladies, wives, I'm telling you, we are not all right. It's a hard truth, but it's true. Not all right. Because God designed us to be like that. And it's scientifically proven. Men became all right when they are with their wives. So if you have a husband that is not meeting you, then there is something that is taking his attention. I'm not saying that he's cheating. I'm not saying that he's doing. There is something somehow, because we need that connection with our sexual being, that life. It's either we are watching women out there in their bikinis or looking at way to feed that aspect of us by looking at their breast, or we're almost between. Well, we find a way to satisfy that, or they try to go to pornography, or they look for something. They watch movies where they are making love in there. They are looking for something. They just want to get something. It's not their fault. There's something in them that needs to be fed. Now, listen, you might be saying, what about those that are not married? What about the Christian men that are not married? Yes, there's some things that you don't start. This one, when you activate it, you can't quench it. You gotta leave it like that to the end of life. It's a fire that when it is lit, it can't go back. It's irreversible. And if you try to reverse it, it's detrimental. Mentally, psychologically, spiritually, is a big issue. Now, what about those that have lost their wives? You tell me. What about those that don't have that? But think about it. We feel really sad for those situations. Have you sat yourself down and speak to that man that have lost a wife and ask him, are you all right, sir? If you're very close to him, because I have done what I'm telling you, I've asked few people, they are not all right. But thank God for the grace of God and the strength and the gift of self-control. But even in self-control, there is struggle. Because they're human. This is very important. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, why is sex important to women? You know, it's really important because for you guys, emotional attachment, emotional connection, ladies, wives, is really, really good. But guess what? Just the way the woman is wired, the way the woman body is designed, the impact of her feeling respected, feeling her needs are met, especially emotionally. And the feeling that she's the exclusive one, no competition, no one is in my husband's space except me. That level of trust and confidence. Women are not particularly crazy about sex, like crazy about sex. It's not about like it's not important to them, or they don't like it, or they don't want it. But guess what? There are things that are more important, and which I'm going to talk about much later, But one key one is emotional awareness. When a woman is emotionally well, when a woman is emotionally well, emotionally looked after, cared for, needs, her emotional bank is filled back to back. Oh my goodness me, that woman body will be heavenly, angelic. And with a heavenly and angelic body, what do you expect? The husband can fully utilize it for the benefit of both of them. Now, some women say, I'm strong, I'm very powerful woman, I'm strong, I can do without. It's okay. I know you can do without. You are strong, you are powerful. That's right. But you were made by God, and he says you should engage in this to have extra hormone balance, anti-aging effect. You wonder why some women are not getting old. Why some women are looking 10, 20 years younger, apart from the food they are eating, apart from the health, conscious exercise. This is another way to give them that youthful glow. Beautiful. It's a blessing for women. You see, it's one of the natural painkillers. Migraine headache, that one is cramp, menstrual cramp, all that can change your life, can improve your mood, stress reduction, so many things it does. Boost your self-esteem. And you know what? When your husband is chasing you, when your husband he can't just like your body is he just wants you, he just want like it tells you that you still got it. You get that? When the man is, what is this? My goodness. And he's screaming and shouting like this, and that is 20 years later. That's 15 years later. He's still mesmerized. He's still wondering, this woman, he's been seeing your breast for the past 15, 20, 30 years, but the breast still fascinates him. Huh? Can you imagine that? When you open your leg and the man is like, I don't know what to say, but you see, whatever is here, I'm still dazed by it. Sometimes I lose my mind in here. I forget that I'm supposed to go to work. This thing can make somebody lose their credit card in here. Why? It shows you that you still got it. That's powerful, isn't it? So that's why it's important. Okay, ladies, let's go. Let's look at the next slide very quickly. So I've just talked about this. You know, it's all rounder, your spirit, your soul, your body. Your spirit exclusive, no cheating, no going into men or women, not having sight of this and that. You're gonna affect the spiritual state of your body. And then your soul. You see, this is where you make up your mind, you're gonna commit. You make up your mind, you're gonna get involved. You make up your mind, you're gonna express yourself, and you're gonna speak openly and positively to ensure that you fully enjoy your spouse. And the body is really powerful. This is really important, guys. Next slide. Next slide very quickly. Let's go quick. Okay, right. Now, in the UK here, they say 6 out of 10 couples are unhappy in their relationship. That's the UK researchers. Now, they're not saying that they are divorced. They're not saying that they're not together, but they are not very happy in their relationship. And there are so many factors. Next slide. So let's go quick, fast now, right? There are so many factors. Next slide. Okay, guys, look at that. Look at that slide. Look at so many things that could become an impediment, become a challenge, become a difficulty in your relationship. You see this? There's so many marriages and relationships that a lot of things that are here, that is an issue. Now, look at this slide. Identify which one is a big problem for you right now. Okay. Which one is big challenges? Don't need to write, but just think about it. And I want you to just type and tell me what are the common ones in many relationships today. Maybe you know. Can you just put on the chat? What are the common issues affecting many marriage and relationships today? Just check that out. You see? Just put on the chart for me. Some people are boredom, secrecy, negativity, infidelity, rejection, hatred, no sex, broken trust, all sorts, anger, controlling personality, narcissism, betrayal. Now, all these things that you are seeing, they are all not coming from God, not coming from your maker. They are coming from behavior, habits. Right. Someone said couples packing plenty shifts. That's right. Definitely is going to affect. That means they're not available, both emotionally and physically. Poor communication might result because they don't talk, they can't see themselves. It's a big issue. And being in an environment like this can become a very difficult place to you. There are so much demands. The black tax, where you have to pay a lot of tax to people back home. You got to do a lot of things to keep them. Fine, I can understand. But look at sometimes to the expense of the elimination of your marriage and relationship, the love and affection that you once had. Next slide. So being always on the laptop, yes. Money, that's right. Exactly. Money, being always on the laptop, being always on the phone, an issue. Now, guys, look at this. You see, you are the problem. Whatever is happening in that relationship, you are the problem, and also you are the solution. Remember, I told you about the emotional aspect. The willpower within the soul is your choice to create this problem forever in your marriage and in your relationship. And it's also your choice to say, look, I got to do something about it. We can't continue like this. We need to change this. And this is where you begin to change the dynamics of things that is happening in your marriage or relationship. So if you want to continue being a problem, then you will always be a problem. But if you want to change the dynamics by doing things differently, you can also do that. Next slide. Okay, so you need to decide. It's very important. I've seen relationship where the husband is Ma, the woman is Raj. It's supposed to be marriage, but they are together. But you can see that picture on the left is showing Ma and Raj is broken, but they are still in the same place, the same room, the same house, the same church, the same fellowship, the same place, the same organization, but they are Ma and they are Raj. Ma and Raj. Raj. And most times it's because of unreasonable behavior due to lack of satisfying sexual life. But you got to make up your mind to do things a little bit different. So if you are here and you're willing to take your relationship seriously, then that line, Ma, and the other one, Raj, you're going to take that line out and put it back in, glue it back so it can be marriage. Whatever is the season of your marriage right now. See, this is one of the things I've been hearing a lot lately. We all have seasons. And to give an example, we have summer, we have winter, we have autumn, we have spring. Okay? Now, the fact you have seasons, weather seasons, we also have seasons in our marriages and relationships. But wait a minute. It doesn't matter whatever season you are in, it should not be Ma and Raj. It's still marriage. Whether you are in summer, marriage. Whether you're in winter, marriage. Whether you're in spring, marriage. Whether you're in autumn, marriage. It got to be marriage all the time. The foundational stuff that should guide both of you is marriage. Principles, values, strategies, tools, behavioral modification and change and adjustment. That is non-negotiable, regardless of what season you are in. Now, most people say, oh, because we're in the UK, or because we have relocated, or because I'm working, or because I've got children, or because we have to pay the bills, or because we have to pay people back money in Nigeria, or because. Now, the problem with marriage is this: when there is all because,
And there's a lot of but, oh, because, but, oh, because after a longer time, when you have gotten whatever you want to get, to come back to seal this thing off, the gap is wide. It is not easy to attach this thing back. You know why? All because, and the gap is getting wider. Unfortunately, many relationships in the UK, especially from African descent, the wider they go and find whatever they want, the harder it becomes for them to come back, because they become strangers in the house. The wife is longing for the man is not available. The husband probably perhaps longing for the woman is not available, because they are man, and it's been like that for a long time. So this is one of the challenge most relationships do not understand. The more you drift apart, the more you have behavioral and mindset gradual change towards your spouse. I say it again. The more you have drifting apart syndrome because of your excuses, your seasons, your justified whatever reasons, after a while, why you are not bonding mutually, why you are not finding one time to be together, the gap begins to go wider and wider and wider and wider. Now, human beings psychologically, because you are not regularly in their space, they begin to adjust mentally from relationship and relational perspective. You are no longer fully in their space. So things begin to modulate, adapt. They begin to adapt in that place where you are no longer there. So after a while, unfortunately, they will start hearing so many other stories. So you need to understand this, because what you chase can chase you away from your home. What you're longing for can throw you out. So this is why I don't believe particularly that seasons of marriage, summer, winter, autumn, spring, should drift you guys apart to the point that each of you begin to have different behavioral modification, mindset modification towards each other. It's important to know, because if you are not careful, it's going to be a sad story. But that's not my desire. But as somebody that have been doing this thing for the past 12 years, I know for a fact that United Kingdom marriages from African descent, directly or indirectly, or Afro-Caribbean descent, directly or indirectly, you will drift apart. Even if you don't think it's an intentional thing, you will be shocked after 2, 3, 4, 5 years. More arguments, more no talking, more no communication. Now the man is looking for somebody else, the woman is looking for somebody else. Like the whole thing have changed. And your another problem is sometimes one spouse is growing, the other one is not growing. That one is trapped, stunted, buried in whatever he's chasing, and the other one is growing. So mindset is not the same. They're not in alignment. Thinking is not in alignment. Even when the man or the woman knows what to do to change the dynamics of their drifting apart, because the other one mindset is so chronically bound in whatever they are chasing, they cannot realize themselves to a place of self-reflection and retrospect about what is going on. And most times, it's really irreversible. It takes God's grace. Next slide. So it is a personal choice, like I said, if you want things to change. You need to make up your mind if you want things to change. Do not allow what you chase you out of your home, out of your family, because you're in a different environment. Next slide. Really important. So, sexual healing is a journey with a lot of learning to do. If you want to experience it deeply, it's a lot of lesson, a lot to learn. Yes, next slide. A lot to learn, a lot to learn. See, what I told my wife is this. I made up my mind. See, I didn't say, most of you don't know my story, but just paraphrasing a couple of minutes. I lost my elder sister to a bad marriage. She literally died in that marriage because she was unbelievably being abused. This is what triggered my coming into a relationship. People wonder, why is Chinda doing marriage and relationship? It's because my sister died. She gave me this purpose, this passion. And I know that I have a woman. Now, the man that married my sister did not treat her well and literally dealt with her until she had stroke and died. And everybody know that he killed my sister. So this is why I'm so passionate about marriage and relationship. My sister is no longer here because a lot of things I teach today, my sister did not know. The husband did not know. And trauma from the husband messed my sister up, eventually killed her. So I said, okay, I'm not going to take this for granted. I told my wife, you see, me, Chinda Chindah, you are going to enjoy this marriage so much that in your next word, you will marry me again. You will even think twice to marry any other man on this planet. Because I have made up my mind that I will treat you well. I will love you. Everything my sister did not get. Everything my sister did, that my sister will be in heaven and my sister will be looking down and say, bro, thank you for treating that woman well. Thank you for loving, caring, supporting, making her life easy. Bro, well done. It's my own personal commitment. It's a personal decision. So this is why I don't have side chicks. I don't have side hippopotamus. I don't even have side elephant. Everything I have is in my wife. She's my girlfriend. She's my wife. She's my lover. She's my sister. She's my friend. She's my confidant. She's my best friend. She's my bestie. She's everything. Because I don't have backup. I do not have backup plan, guys. No prenums or prenuptial from what I don't have anything. I'm in 100% for life. Sometimes I say to her, look, even if you change, even if you misbehave, even if you do whatever, you see Chinda here, I've made up my mind and I will love you and I will care for you to the end of life. I'm not going anywhere. It's your choice to accept how I'm going to love you, care for you, be there for you, and do everything. If you think this love is choking you, is too much, you are enjoying too much, and you want to do whatever, that's up to you. It's all in. I'm 1,000,000,000% in. No going back. No going back. So I told her, buckle your belt and this marriage like never before. I see, my wife is from a separated home, from her background. And then I'm not being given this lady from a separated home, didn't grow up with a father. And now you want me to treat her bad? You want me to make her life miserable? You want me not to make her enjoy what she never found? I mean, I must be wicked. I must be insane. I must be mad to make this woman, after coming from this background, when she's supposed to be safe in my hand, secured and protected, loved and cherished and cared for, and die for, if possible, like Christ did for the church, and you want to do otherwise? I mean, seriously, why will a woman take my heart? Which other woman can do this? Twist Chinda's brain so that Chinda can look at her, touch her, kiss her, sex the woman, touch her breast, finger her. Me, child God, I must be mad. I must be insane. I think I'm already dead. I must be very wicked. I'm being honest. Sorry, I'm just being personal here, because this woman means a lot to me. So much. And I'm going to love her. And I'm going to die when Jesus decides, loving this woman, caring and doing everything I can as God gives me grace, because she deserves every single love from me. Oh, sorry. I thought we're in church. I wanted to say, someone say amen. Okay, guys, can we, right? So, like I say, it's a lifetime commitment. You need to model it. You need to change. You need to focus. You need to sacrifice. You see, I'm talking about, we're going somewhere yet. Okay. But there's a sacrifice required to make relationship amazing. There is a decision you need to make if you want it to transform lives, and it must be consistent. Next slide. Okay, quick. Next slide. So, what am I saying? Please, now we're about to get into the good stuff now. I won't go through all this, but I want to say that there's so many myths about sexual intercourse, especially among Christians. It's not for procreation alone. That is just so wrong. Because if it was for procreation alone, I think an average woman should have 100 children, or even 1,000 children. See that? Because God created sexual satisfaction and intercourse for pleasure, for enjoyment. There are so many other reasons, but it's not just about procreation. Procreation is one of them. It's not everything. And again, some people think that when you're in marriage, the relationship, sexual satisfaction is a sin, or Christians are not supposed to enjoy sexual satisfaction. For goodness sake, who even created sex? I mean, let's be honest. Who created the penis? Who created vagina? Who created clitoris? Who created the breast? Huh? Who created all these things? Who created sperm? Is it Nollywood, Hollywood, the devil? Why are we just thinking that this satisfaction is because we have been exposed to the lies from media, lies from influencers, lies from books and all sorts? I mean, this thing is beautiful. It's made by God. And also, sexual satisfaction is not just for man. See the women, no problem. Let me just give him so that he will not go outside. That is just a pathetic statement. It's such a terrible statement. And wherever that man is, making the woman have this kind of mindset that says it's just for the husband, may God have mercy on such men. Honestly, because they are committing sexual crime against their wives. It's not just for the men, it's for both. And some people think maybe when we start practicing all kind of sexual activity, sexual positions, it's sin. Oh, you're not going to go to heaven. You go to all these lies and deceptions, misconceptions here and there, just captivating and putting people in bondage, trapping your mind into negativity, into destruction in the name of, oh, that's not holy. Oh, that's not Christianity. Oh, that's, oh, okay, I'm coming. Let's not go there yet, because I don't want to begin to shoot my guns, because religiosity and superstitions and all sorts of traditional cultural mindset and behaviors have just made many believers and Christians not to enjoy these beautiful things of God. Lies. And sometimes I wonder how they so much believe these lies. Do you know that talking about sex in some circle is a taboo? It's a taboo. And they just think it is wrong. You can't even mention sex. You can't mention, I mean, some people even mention clitoris. They say, what is clitoris? Clitoris is what the Lord, by the Holy Spirit, in the invention of the new innovation of heaven around the women's legs and the laps, that Jesus, by the power of the Spirit, maintained for the woman to be visible as she engaged in the relationship or procreation in the time they are married. Oh my God. Is that how to explain clitoris? Next slide. Right? So let's not fall in Hollywood, right? Let's do it God's way. Next slide. Now look at that. The next slide is very important. God created sex. It's not man, it's not your father, mother, brother, sister. And some beliefs and taboos that you have received. Sex is bad, sex is this, sex is that, and all sorts of mindsets. Completely wrong and unacceptable. Okay, next slide. Now let's look at this. Okay, guys, see, this was happening to a lot of marriages and relationships today. Why they're not enjoying sex? We're going somewhere, and I'm going into the good stuff. Couple becomes closer as the both get closer to God. Listen, they have relationship with God, husband and wife. In between, they have their own relationship. Spiritually, they are one. When the man and the husband understand the dynamics of being one under God, it's an incredible and amazing thing. And it's important that every couple know that, see, 1 + 1 is not 2. Because if it's 2, then it's humanistic. It's logical. It's based on science. But this one is a mystery. This is why both of you don't have to be only spiritually one, but every intimate areas of your lives, you have to be one. And that's when things begin to change. Next slide. Very powerful. Really, really important. Okay. So God wants us to enjoy sex because God created it. Okay. And God wants the husband to make love to the wife that is pleasurable. Pleasurable sex can be defined in both parties in a way that both of them maximize and derive maximum excitement. Pleasurable sex is not performance. It's not to display how powerful you are, but it is to please and satisfy your spouse's natural need. Touch me there, kiss me there, lick me here, suck like this, continue sucking that way. I like it. That makes me feel good. It involves you having fun. Sex is fun, it's enjoyable, it's pleasurable. And if we're not having this level of fullness in our relationship, then it becomes very hard. Next slide. So this is really important. So God wants us to enjoy sex. God wants us to enjoy sex. But at the same time, before we dive into the details now, it's really good not to defraud one another. I mean, ladies, if the man is not doing it properly and that you have to fake headache, you have to fake stomach pain, or you deliberately be smelling a wedu soup, a gwisi soup, be smelling obono soup with thick stuff using cookie that will make the man feel uncomfortable. Or you just deliberately to keep yourself untidy because you know that if you open your leg, even chimpanzee can die because the smell will kill a lot of rats. That's not nice. That's tactical way to deny your husband. If you're not happy about something, talk about it. Speak. Sex is a debt that we owe in marriage. So if you refuse, you neglect, tactically breaking the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. When you're stealing, when you're withholding sex, you're stealing. So let's stop stealing from our husbands and our wives. And some other people, the Bible say that if you're about to make love to your wife or your husband, and for whatever reason, there's need to fast and pray. And God said that just consent. You know, religious people will say the man is fasting for 7 days. The wife agreed for 7 days. So they will not touch each other. But on the 4th day, the woman realized that she's getting honey and the honey is becoming intense. And she can't touch the husband. The husband that is in the spirit, seeing Angel Gabriel coming down to give him the scepter to take over United Kingdom and consume the enemy of God. And the husband is touching him sexually. and is rebuking her and say, from me, all ye workers of iniquity, go, that woman, may the Lord, this demonic spirit upon your life. No. She've only agreed till 4 days. Please make love to that woman and continue the fasting. I can tell you, instead of Angel Gabriel coming for your aid, you even see legions of angels. Fasting and then you break into sex does not cancel the fasting. Let's stop this legalism. Stop these so-called practices and laws that doesn't have any spiritual sense to it. Just total foolishness. Need to satisfy each other. Stop stealing. Sex is a debt you owe. And when you're not having it enough between yourselves, both of you are thieves before God. Let's go now. Next slide. So, next slide. Sexual problems. I want to highlight this. This is very important. We have all types of sexual problems, and the common ones are dysfunctions, especially. And this is where, men are not able to perform very well, and even some women. So you have pain disorders during sex, orgasm disorders, arousal disorders, and desire disorders. Okay, this is really, really sad. This is unfortunate. Okay, but this is the reality, and you can't hide away from it. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is really, really important. All right, no matter what you're going through, sexual problems, in men, inability to achieve or maintain erection, absent or delayed ejaculation, inability to control the timing of ejaculation. Listen, guys, this is really important. So men having these problems, especially when they're over 35, 40, this problem begins to happen. You have 2-minute men, 3-minute men. So men are not able to last longer anymore because of these issues. Their testosterone level is low. Sometimes they're still eating, they're not eating properly, not exercising very well. They don't have supplements, which I'm going to show to us now much later. This is really important that the men maximize what is in their system, what is in their bodies. And if you have to see a GP, a doctor, go ahead. And sometimes the women, they've not been able to achieve orgasm. The vaginal lubrication, vagina is so dry, is inadequate to fully flood the place. Inability to relax the vaginal walls for proper and good and easy intercourse, that could become a problem. And both men too can have pain during intercourse. They could have issues. If that is happening, then go and check your GP. Go for something. Don't keep quiet. Because if you don't do anything by choice, then things are just going to get really bad. Next slide. Really, really important. Okay. So whether you're having mood swings, sudden sadness, anger, irritability, sense of hopelessness, sometimes when men and their wives are upset, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of misunderstanding, the man wants to ejaculate. Like you can see the man erecting. And it's not even if you allow him to even have sex that he's actually going to last. The woman is already getting paranoid that you're not lasting, and let's do something about it. You don't want to do something, and then you get angry. Or the woman said, look, they sex last night. In fact, that it was so boring. My father and mother said, from what I know, when we're at home, I think they have at least more sex, more sexual stuff. This one you do me. It's not nice. And then the man said, what do you mean? But I was sweating now. Your sweating does not mean that it was nice. You're over sweating probably because maybe you have big stomach, or you're very fat, or you're not looking after yourself. Maybe the sweating is a sign that you need to see a GP. You're breathless, right? But they don't want to tell themselves the truth. The man gets angry when the woman speak, and sometimes the man tell the woman, why are you like this? Some women just lie on the bed like they are dead, like dead cadaver. They just lie on there, open their leg, open their hand. It's almost like, when is the burial? I'm dead. When is the burial? And the man is making love to a dead cadaver. No movement. The waist is not twerking. The nothing. Hand is not moving. It's just there. And she's breathing like it's her last breath. It's about to go to heaven. No, that's not acceptable. Both of them having boring, dry sex because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss. They want to find a way to their solutions. If there's an issue, let's do something about it. Yeah. So it's sad. And I want to say to most women, please, if you're having cadaveric sex, whereby you just stay there, You're not moving. Can you imagine a woman waist? See, women waists are so beautiful, so amazing. And they just lie down there like they're about to die with his burial. Are you kidding me? Are you dead? You're not even dead. And sometimes the man is just there, breathless. He can't even do anything. Sometimes the vagina is just looking at the man, and the man have 2 minutes. It's like telling your wife to go to, you guys went to Dubai, right? You know you have sexual problem. You don't want to do anything. You went to Dubai, and you are, for those that have gone to Dubai, you see you have the desert where you run camel and all those horses and the car, the fast cars, those trucks. And you guys are just enjoying yourself in Dubai. And the next thing that the man is back in London. And the woman is just getting started. Why? Because the man doesn't know how to work the body. He doesn't know how to really prepare this body so they can come back from Dubai together. But the man is already here. He's gone to work. And the woman is in Dubai looking for the husband. Honey, where are you? And you not call him on the phone. I'm in the office. I'm about to enter meeting. What? When did you go home? My God, this man, you're not serious. You left me in Dubai. That is a problem. That's not nice. Yes, next slide. Okay, so you see all kind of sexual problems. They're not able to concentrate. Some of the men, weight gain. Weight gain. Listen, I want to say to men, wives, if your men have big stomach, it's not nice. Because a big stomach is a thief. Because the blood is flowing from the heart down to the genitalia, where his penis is. And when you have big stomach, the organs of the stomach is bigger and they consume more blood than usual. So the blood are supposed to go to the penis to keep that thing erected for like 20, 15, 30 minutes. The stomach is taking the blood. And now the erection is lasting for 2 minutes, for 1 minute. The big stomach is a thief. It's a thief and it's a disservice to the human sexual satisfaction. Can somebody put it on the chart there? Big stomach is a thief against women's sexual pleasure. If you're a man. And ladies, look, we have to do something about our weight. Okay? Because sometimes the ladies are so big, the labs is so big. If you even try to open, you can't, no space. Because the labs now has covered the whole vagina, the vulva. You're wondering, is the labs vagina or the vulva or what? Because no space anymore. And they don't even care. Because they are not flexible. You try to open the legs. The legs is saying, don't open me. Don't you know I'm very big? Don't you know I cannot move more than this? And the man is saying, open it now. He said, how am I going to open it? Can't you see that it's very big? No space. So we need to work on our stuff. Weight gain is a problem. Right? And when you don't have a lot of energy, let's do something. Some people don't sleep very well. It's affecting their performance. Food cravings, bad food cravings, chocolate, eating all these things. I will show you these things are affecting the challenges of being properly fit to involve sexual satisfaction. Some women don't have interest. Some men don't have interest. So look at yourself. And if you're a woman or a man, that every time you guys are making love, it's either the woman or maybe the man big stomach is pressing the woman's stomach and the woman is just fatting. When there is a lot of fatting during sexual intercourse, it's an evidence that you guys are having fatting sex. I don't think fatting sex is anywhere in the Bible or anywhere in sexual satisfaction. That puts somebody off. When you're over fatting during intercourse, it means that you need to do something about the weight. Okay? Let's be real here. All right, guys. Next slide, please. So let's deal with our sexual problems. Okay. Let's deal with our sexual pleasure. Okay. Farting. Okay. There is no. Then you can say farting sex. When there's a lot of air coming out of the anus, a lot, then it's a problem. It puts people off. Okay. So what are men and women not getting enough sex in their one today? Communication. They don't talk about sexual communication. They are not open. They're not able to fully get involved and discuss, right? Communication, misunderstanding. They're not able to share things. Psychological stress, anxiety, depression, all these things. Sometimes you check your medication as well. Parkinson's. Everybody's anyway. There's Parkinson's, and if it's happening to you, you just need to seek help. Right. Okay. So medication, right? So medical conditions or hormone, you need to check your relationship dynamics. Maybe there's conflict, there's a problem. You need to discuss this thing. You need to talk about it. It's very important. Lifestyle factors as well. When you're too busy, you don't have time for each other. You are exhausted. You are tired. We're talking about making love that you're not tired or frustrated or being used. Cultural, societal beliefs, all these expectations that does not really serve anybody, that does not help your relationship, can become a problem. Let's go to the next slide. This is really, really important that you work on it. So how do you now begin to build this sexual satisfaction? How do you begin to change it? Keeping love alive for soulful love making. Keeping love alive. Next slide. How do you keep this alive? How do you start preparing to have sexual intimacy? Guys, it starts from intimacy. Intimacy. Intimacy is seeing into each other's life. Is knowing each other's strength and weaknesses. Is being aware of each other's fears, hopes, and dreams. Look, if you're a wife and you can't tell your husband thing, you're always at edge. You don't know what you're going to say. There's always constant argument. The husband does not know things about the wife. The wife does not know things about the husband, about their finances, about their life. There is no intimacy. There's no closeness. Then you are not intimacy. You're not seeing everything. Next slide. And I'll show you what this thing is all about. Next slide. It's really, really important. So you need to find really, really important. I'm talking about word. When you hear the word intimacy, what will come to your mind? Love, trust, connection. You see, feeling, sharing, comfort, closeness, affections, okay, emotions, sensual meanings, revealing. See, bonding, passion. That's what intimacy is all about. You just feel good to be around someone. Next slide. Right? This is really, really important, guys. So God wants us, the man will leave his father and his mother, they be one flesh. They become one. Marital intimacy. This, if you don't have intimacy, sexual life cannot be great. It can be amazing. Right? Next slide. This is really, really important. Okay. So when you're able to share your thoughts, your feelings, you're able to express yourself without feeling judged, without feeling on the edge, without tiptoeing. You can express fully your stuff with your spouse. Unfortunately, some men are so close to their mother and father and brother and all the people outside, but they're not close to their wives. Their wives are not close to their husband, but they're close to their mama. Sometimes their parents control the relationship, like hide and seek happening in marriage and relationship, different secrecy and all that. Then how do you expect to have marital intimacy? You can enjoy sex. It won't be great and amazing. Even if you do it, it's boring. It's not full of trust and transparency. How can a woman be hearing what the husband is doing in Nigeria, where the husband is doing somewhere, and then the wife that is with the man doesn't know anything? The man is hearing about what the wife is doing, and the man is hearing from outsiders, and they're in the same house. You want to have great and amazing sex? It doesn't work like that. Next slide. Intimacy is this up. Look, it's very important. Trust. When you are telling the truth over time, you have trust. Openness. And you truly forgive. Forgiveness is powerful. Really, really important. That's how you have marital intimacy. Trust, openness, and forgiveness. Otherwise, you can't. In fact, marriage is going to work when you have two great forgivers. We're not taking each other for granted, not messing about, but truly loving each other, finding place to give people grace for their weaknesses and supporting them to grow and to be better, modifying their behaviors, their lifestyle, so that they can serve you on a higher optimal level. Trust is non-negotiable in marriage and relationship. Most people can enjoy sex, enjoy intimacy, or have great pleasures today. Why? Because there is no trust. So you need to be open and honest to build trust. Next slide. Really, really important. So romantic gestures for wives is so important. Okay. Now there are women, they love gifts, they love breakfast in bed, they love notes, the acts of service, the quality time together, unexpected affections, all these romantic gestures. Some men are so boring, like they are supernaturally boring. to the extent that sometimes I ask myself, or they will say, I am not like this. You're not like this, but your wife like these things. Are you just going to deny this woman until she enter heaven? And she can't even do this in heaven. She can't even do this where she's going. This is the only where she would do it. Sometimes you see a woman that married a man that is so reserved, a man that is covering up in reserve, but yet when he's with his friend, he can talk, he can laugh, he can buy things, he can enjoy, he can jump around, he can do this. But with the wife, no affection, no romance, no togetherness, nothing. The woman is literally begging the man for romance, for quality time, for supporting and encouraging, for being there, being her cheerleader. There is no way in a relationship where the man is treating a woman like this, then you want to have great and amazing sex life. Are you joking? Like, you think she's a toy? Like she's just one monument that you can just kick around? She have emotions. The fact she's not talking doesn't mean that she's great. And the fact you just put your stuff there because the woman lie down like she's dead, waiting for burial, and you trust her and trust her and trust her, and you come out and you shout, "Whoa, I'm all right now." And you think she's okay with you? You must be out of your mind. And you're not making any effort. You can't even ask your wife, what do you like? What makes you happy? How can I support you today? What are the things that I regularly do that you like? How do you want me to do this? How do you want me to do that? Apart from sex, what else do you desire me to really do and help you? Tell me. Have you done that as a man? No. Let's lie. What about the men? Okay. Also, the men love notes as well. This is really, really good. So powerful. Surprising gifts, planning a date night. You see, also initiating sex as well. Celebrating his milestones. You see, men generally are happy when they achieve something. Generally, they are happy when their wife, acknowledges their effort, shows some level of appreciation. They might not be perfect. They are not the great dude out there, but they just want a woman to be by their side. But some women will just use their mouth and finish the man. And then say, you don't even plan any date night. This useless man. Do you even know how my ex-boyfriend? Are you kidding me? You're bringing your ex-boyfriend here now? Wow. That's a killer. That's a killer to the man. Don't do that. Okay? So find a way to also make the man feel your romantic gestures. Let him feel special. Treat the man as a king in your home. Don't be shy to do that. It's really important. Okay, next slide. Romantic gestures. Guys, I need to start wrapping this up. Now, look at this. How to give and receive sexual pleasure without feeling used. Can you see this now? This is so powerful. Now, if you see those women there, look at orgasm. See men faces when they have orgasm. Sometimes you can't even understand how they are feeling, but only God can interpret the facial expression, the deep release that they have. And look at the women. They are so happy, so joyful. Sometimes you see women that is so cranky, very angry, very upsetting. The woman see you, instead of saying good morning, she's telling you good night, or she's telling you it's afternoon, it's sunny, like during the day, and she's telling you, I'm going to bed now, good night. That's not nice. Okay. So external factors, internal factors, and then we have our two organs to enjoy sexual satisfaction. Next slide. Okay, let's go now. Quick. All right. So if you look at that there, the greatest missing link between men and women to have sexual fulfillment is the orgasm gap. Orgasm gap is the ability for women to fully orgasm between men and women. The difference in frequency. That's what it is. Now I'm going to show you certain things. Let's go quickly. Next slide. Now you see, what is orgasm? It's when the woman has gotten to that peak where, she just feel relaxed through their sexual arousal, muscles everywhere just feel, there's this exhalation. She just squeeze and just feel this satisfaction. That's what it is. And for the men, they release and ejaculate. Okay, next slide. But why is it that men and women are not having sexual orgasm? Guys, this is very important. This research was done in the US, and over 500,000 couples got involved in this. They realized that 95% of the time when men have sex with women, they have orgasm. And 65% of the time when they have sex, women have sex with their husbands, they orgasm by 65%. Now, this 65% is straight women, talking about heterosexual women. And also, there are women that have fully understood what sexual satisfaction is all about. And they say some of the factors here is that the man has really prepared the woman for the entire journey, beginning, middle, and to the end. So most women in their lifetime do not have orgasm till they die, even though they are married.
Okay, now what is the problem? What is exactly the issue here? Next slide. Quick. Let's go. Next slide. Now, this is the orgasm gap. The average time it takes a man and a woman to climax, to ejaculate, to come sexual satisfaction. This is science. It takes about 5 minutes for a man to ejaculate during sexual intercourse. Okay. Ladies and men, if you're in the group, can you say yes? If you agree, say yes. If you don't agree, say no. Right? And for the women, it takes a bit longer. On an average, based on those research over 500,000 women and a husband, it shows that they need about 18 minutes. All right. They need about 18 minutes to climax. Okay, about 18 minutes to climax, because of the way it takes their body to really get into the whole process and into the chemistry, into the neurochemical release, and to get them to that place of excitement before they actually arrive. All right. But the man can come very, very quickly. Okay. Now, can you see the difference? Now, if a man does not understand how to work on the woman to give an average of 18 minutes during intercourse, at 5 minutes, the man has already arrived, and the woman hadn't. She's just getting started. So the woman is head back because the man is not fully performing properly, and that becomes an issue. All right. Now, next slide. Now, this is sexual response type. For men, is arousal, desire, orgasm, and resolution. Now, men doesn't need to desire; they just have arousal. They can see their wives, they can see the nakedness, they can see something, they just get aroused. Then they desire, and then they orgasm, and then they sleep, they rest. Now, for many years, it's always been like this. The women interpretation and the men interpretation always been the same, but that's not true. Women need desire first. And this is where many men get this wrong. I can tell you right now, for women to enjoy sex fully the way God have designed, their husband must be top notch in the game. The guy must know what to do. Because if the woman doesn't desire it, she will just be a cadaver, like dead, like nothing. She need to desire it. Then you can work on her body so she can have fully arousal, fully wet, ready with her mind, with her emotions, and then she go into orgasm. Now, most men and those women are not getting orgasm because they don't even, the mind doesn't even know how to get her to the place of arousal. Throughout the day, the woman is not desiring nothing. She's thinking about her children, the cooking, the school, the issues, and how the old man is just stressing her life and all that stuff. Then the man will come. Sometimes she still agree the man to do whatever, and the man think that she's all right. She isn't all right. She's not okay. Next slide. So this is really, really important. And you can see here, there are so many reasons why this thing happened. Look at why we have orgasmic gap, because not enough foreplay. Most men don't know how to work on their wives properly, to give her foreplay, lack of understanding of the female anatomy. Most people think that sexual satisfaction is just for men. Some people think that sex is penis in vagina, PIV. That's what they think, penis in vagina. Unfortunately, it isn't. And because they don't care for each other, men are the only one having the ball. Some women think that men are the only one to have sexual orgasm and satisfaction. Wrong. Next slide. Now you see what's going to happen here. So if you look at this next slide, okay, so we need 14 minutes. Yeah, thank you very much. Say we are not all right. Yes, you're not all right. You see, 14 minutes at least for this woman to orgasm. Man is 5 minutes. That's if you minus the other 5. But now, if you do not do anything about it, if you don't work on the woman, most times 14 minutes, 15 minutes, but it's an average. So women can even wait 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. They are yet to come. We're talking about an average woman with climax at least between 14 to 18 minutes. And now if you don't know how to work on the body, because the bodies are different, so what works for different women might be a little bit different. So this is why the man need to go for exploration work, a time to really explore the chemistry and the anatomy of the body, to know what works. It's like playing string. Keep playing the organ, keep playing until you find the right key or the keys that speaks to the volume and the sexual pleasure of the woman. Next slide. This is very important. So now we see the anatomy, which is very female anatomy. Okay, it's good for men to know this, understand. So men cannot even look at their wives when they open their legs. Okay. Yeah, Dora the Explorer. Yes, absolutely, Miss D. Yeah, men need to do Dora the Explorer and explore everywhere to know what works. Okay, and it's good to understand the women anatomy. This is important, really, really powerful. Okay, you see, Joyce, some men are not used to being treated as kings, that they don't know how to manage the feelings of being empowered. As you know, I know that's true. Yeah, but we need to work on that. Now let's go to the next slide. Okay, this is very important to know the women genitalia. Okay, now this is different type. This is different type of women vagina. This is actual women vulvas that was casted in France, the city of love. So a lot of women volunteered, and the scientific experts were able to use different clays that is non-contagious or non-harming to cast the women vagina vulvas. So all those vulvas are real women vulvas on earth, mostly, and they picked black, white, Indian, all different kind of women to present this. So you can see those vulvas. You can see the labias, minor, majora, the major ones as well. You can see the clitoris where it's hanging there. The clitoris hold. We can't really see the vagina that much because except the other one that looks like butterfly. If you see that one that looks like butterfly, when it opens up, so you can go and see the inside, which is the vestibules, the outward external aspect of the vagina is called the vestibules, and this where you have a lot of um the the nerves that goes into the 1/3 of the canal inside the woman. They have a lot of nerves. We'll talk about that in a minute, but just seeing this, you see, and it's important. Some women are so worried about their vulva, they want to cut it, they want to do plastic surgery, they want to do whatever. Vulva at beginning as a girl, the vulva doesn't look like this, right? But after you've given birth to children and all that, after a while, yeah, after a while, you realize that the vulva sometimes begin to take different shapes because of your DNA, because of your gender, because of the way things are, because of the stressors in that place, babies and all that. So the vulva is not going to look like a girl's vulva, okay? And it's fine. You need to appreciate your vulva, and the husband need to appreciate his vulva. I see all these vulvas here. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They're different color, different shapes, different sizes. Some of the vulvas looks really, really fascinating. So you gotta love what you have, right? You gotta love what you have, and it's really, really important for women to do Kegel exercise to help you with the hips, the muscles, the pelvic floor muscles is really important. Squatting is really good. Stretching is really good. Opening your legs once in a while is really good. I know that women, they told you not to open your legs when you were a little girl, and now even when you're in your room, you don't open your legs. No, you need to open, you need to stretch, you need to bend, you need to squat. It helps the pelvic floor muscles there to tighten some of those things you guys have got there, to make sure that when the penis enter there, is just incredible, right? This is really, really powerful. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now again, some part of the woman body that the men need to understand. You see, no breast is the same size. Okay, some breast looks like sun, some looks like moon, some breast, is looking at you, some breast is not looking at you, some breast is sideways. It doesn't matter. Some big or small, some are pointed. But whatever you do, a woman breast in a lifetime will never be straight. The breast need to bow down to Jesus. Okay, at the beginning, when you guys are growing, when you're understanding God, when you're knowing Jesus, when you are just trying to find out who God, but the breast is pointing to God. He said, God, this is who you are, this is where you are. But after a while, the women breast must bow. The breast bow down to God, bow down to their maker. And this is why with time, the woman breast will submit to God. Even those that go and do surgery, they keep trying to do everything they can to do all these things. But let me tell you something, every breast that bow down to God is one of the sweetest breasts so far. The men that utilizes their wife's breast by sucking it, by looking after, you will know a bowed breast is an amazing breast. Don't let people lie to you, okay? Don't let people tell you, oh, okay, the breast is falling. It's a lie. When the breast bow, that then the breast is ready for worship. It's ready for submission. It's ready to receive the blessing from the throne of the husband as he begins to unleash on both breasts. Okay, so please appreciate your breasts, and men, please appreciate the nipples. Some nipples are big and small, the areola area. Some breast is bigger than the other. Whatever it is, please take advantage of this breast. The Bible said in Proverbs chapter 5 verse 19, it said, let your breast satisfy you. So a breast can satisfy if you're not sucking it, if you're not touching it, if you're not holding it, if you're not really enjoying the breast. And I used to feel very sad on a lot of women breasts. Sometimes when I teach this, I could hear women breasts telling me in the realm of the breast kingdom that their breasts have been neglected. Their breast is crying. Some breast is not happy. Some breast is feeling sad. Some women breasts are depressed. They are having so much mental issues. They're having awareness issues because, and the man doesn't care. They just leave the breast like that, and the breast is abandoned. It's just left on its own, and nobody is using it. Nobody is utilizing it. Nipples are crying, areolar tissue are crying, the entire thing is crying, and God is hearing this cry. I pity the men that are treating this breast like this. They will answer in breast kingdom when God will ask them, what did you do with the breast that I gave to you? I pray that none of us men will fail God by not fully utilizing the breast and also participating in the breast kingdom. After this call, I will go to the breast kingdom to find out if all those that join me here, if their breast is crying. But if yours is crying, go back to your husband, tell him that your breast is reporting him in the breast kingdom. And fortunately, I'm one of the leaders in the breast kingdom, and I can address every breast issues in the breast kingdom. Okay, all right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, now let's talk about the men. Okay, okay, let's talk about the men. So we have the men, okay, you have the testicles, you have the penis, you have all this. This is incredible. This is amazing. It's good for women to touch their husband's breast, penis, check it, look at it, fancy it. Some are circumcised, some are not circumcised. The circumcised ones are really great. They have great carb, they have great positioning. Some of them are straight, some of them are bent. This is really, really fantastic, guys. Really, really good. So please appreciate what the Lord has given to you. Some are long, some are short, whatever it is, we're going to talk about it in a minute. Let's go to the next slide very quickly. Okay, appreciate. Now we have different kind of penis. We have grower and we have shower. Now showers are those 2.21% of all penis. They're just there. They don't increase in size. When the blood is there, they remain like that. Why other ones that when you 79% of men penis is really, really stretchy, it can get bigger, and an average penis is between 5 to 6 inches. Okay, an erect penis, not the flaccid ones. All right. And it's also important that women understand that the men penis is really key, very critical. But see, those that smoke, those that take drugs, smoke, they shorten their penis with time. This is science. This is science. So when you see people smoking, don't think that they have this great whatever. Is it Ebola? They call it Ebola. Yes, they don't have all those things. Are seen. They are just cucumbers. They are fake Ebola. They are not real. Even some people that even have fake real Ebola say we don't even talk about it. We don't even show anybody. We just keep it for our wives' enjoyment in the penis kingdom. So only those in the penis kingdom will understand what I'm saying, and those in the breast kingdom knows what I'm talking about when I say breast and penis kingdom. All these fake penis out there deceiving women, thinking that those things are real. They're fake. They're just cucumbers. Okay, the real ones don't show up. We don't come out there. We just keep quiet, and we just maintain the kingdom where we are, right? So, and I just want to say to the ladies, guys, please, ladies, it's really, really important. Okay, very, very powerful that you understand. And I also want to tell the women that men penis, we have 11 erections in a day. 9 of those erections is in the night. Okay, so this is why most times at night, early hours of the morning, we have a surge of testosterone creation, and this is why we get erected. And in the morning, and sometimes we want to have sex with our wives, we want to touch them, want to do some things. All right, so it's great. So early morning sex is great, night sex is great, depending on what works for you. But make sure you have regular sex. And men, this is just an average scientific erection, 11 erection in a day. This is really good to maintain, but it's good also to look at your health so they don't get into serious problems and challenges. Let's go to the next slide, please. Let's go to the next slide, guys. Okay, so penis is in different sizes. Okay, some are bigger, some are large, some are big, but it doesn't matter, right? It's really, really important, the ladies, you know this. Okay, don't worry so much about your husband's penis. Okay, big penis, small penis, whatever it is, it can work when a lot of things is prepared and the vagina is so well, so ready, vegetable is so charged up. Whether you have 2 inches, 3 inches, 10 inches, all these fake penis out there, forget it. I want you guys to know inside the vagina. See, look at my hand, right? This is the vagina. Okay, this is the vagina, and at the tip of the vagina, round that tip, the entrance of the vagina is called vestibules. Now, inside the vagina, you have the vagina canal, right, where the man penetrates into the wall of the vagina, and within the wall of the vagina, 1/3 of the entrance of the vagina is what we call the orgasmic floor. They have the highest concentration of nerve ending. Okay, so
All these men that have big stuff, you just going like this, going like this, going like this, fine, and you think they're destroying the service or whatever. Right? All this going for no, you go gently. So even if you have tiny penis like my hand like this, you don't need to go in. Just stay out here. Just keep moving. Depending on the way you stay, you rub like this, it will be stimulating the clitoris and also be stimulating the orgasmic floor. So you just need to have a tiny penis like my hand. If you know how to trust, you know how to navigate that vestibule area, I'm telling you, the woman she will run is she's just gonna go wild like this. So understanding is just knowing how to use the equipment and knowing how to navigate down there, the vaginal area, then things are just going to change. Do you get what I'm saying? Really, really important. Next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, very quickly. So you see, I'm just giving you some sizes. Just know that all of them are good, but you just need to use the one that works for you. And ladies, I want to say whatever vagina penis you have right now is okay for you. Guys, whichever vagina you have now is okay for you. We can utilize it. We can see take that to time to what time. Okay, is it from what time to what time? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, for one time, it depends what works, right? In the morning, in the evening, so I'm all weather. I love it in the morning, love it in the afternoon, love it in the day because I've practiced it over 16 years. So I know that whichever time I know how to navigate there and I know what to make sure that my wife enjoys as well. This is really important. Now, I just want to give you guys an example. See the brain. The biggest organ of sex satisfaction is the mind. And what you see, what you touch, what you smell, what you feel, your body. I don't have a lot of time to go into the anatomy and the physiology of what this diagram means. But what I'm just saying in a nutshell, that your heart is what brings the blood into your genitals to make sure that you get wetness, you get your clitoris get erect, get thickened, and gets ready for penetration, and the man as well get this elongation of erection. And most men, when they are penetrating, if you're over 35, you start losing your erectile power, which is testosterone, by 1 to 2, 3%. Over 40, sometimes 1 to 5%. And if you don't know the right food to eat, the exercise, everything you need to do to maintain the surge of testosterone level, that's why most erectile dysfunction and erectile issues happens to men in their 40s and 50s. And their women really, really suffer a lot because most men don't know how to navigate that. And bad eating, bad exercise, not looking after yourself is really, really one of the biggest factor here, and mindset as well. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one very quickly. Next slide. Next slide. So here is really, really important, benefit of exercise and good sleep in men's sexual performance. You see, when you exercise, you increase blood flow, very important. It increases your stamina, it increases your mood, your hormone regulation as well. Good sleep will increase your hormone production, very powerful, especially testosterone production. It reduces stress. Some people that work 12 hours and they don't sleep at all, and they're working again 2, 3, 5, 7 jobs, there is no way you will have powerful erection. It's a lie. You are deceiving yourself. You can't. It's not going to work. You know why? Because you're going against nature. So this is what I'm telling you guys. I get that. A lot of us have so many financial issues, challenges, issues here and there. But don't do it to the detriment of your intimate life. Okay, even your health is a problem. And because of bad dieting, low increase of any low supply of energy, all these things impact the sexual satisfaction of the husband, and that can make you not to perform properly as well. Let's look at next slide. This is very important as well. Next slide, next slide. So 10 foods scientifically proven to make your manhood healthier for her. See, guys, look, spinach. Ladies, cook spinach for him. Help him to eat spinach. Powerful, powerful. It increases sexual health and prevent erectile dysfunction. The magnesium in spinach also helps in blood flow as well. Really, really powerful. All these things also helps increase blood flow. Garlic. Some people don't like garlic. They say it's smelly. You see, allicin in garlic is such a powerful, powerful antioxidant properties. It can really, really improve sexual health, blood flow to the sexual organs. Really, really important. Make sure you take a lot of garlic, a lot of veg, especially spinach, powerful for men, sexual organ. Yes, let's go to the next one quickly, guys. Next one. Now, salmon and carrot, powerful, powerful, powerful. Omega-3 fish, really, really good vitamin D, nitric oxide. This thing helps, of course, with blood flow into the penis and making it stronger and powerful. Vitamin A as well is really good. Carrot. This helps also to maintain your ability to produce, good sperms, good state in the man. Really, really good. Okay, let's go to the next slide. These are good food. Oh, oyster and chicken leg. My goodness. Oyster is insane food for men. Oh, for our health, my good, it boosts dopamine hormone production, which in turn increases libido in the men. Ah, I can tell you, it works wonders. It also helps in prostate cancer as well. It increases testosterone level. This is good if you can get organic chicken, not the one that's full of GM food and so bastardized out there. It's really, really good for the men. Healthy living. Let's go to the next one very quickly, guys. Let's go. And avocado is another powerful one. It helps in testosterone production. Okay, those over 40, over 35, you need to eat a lot of this. This is really good. Let's go to the next slide. It helps fertility and mobility. Watermelon and walnuts, powerful foods. They are very, very good for men because of what they contain, and they help to relax the blood vessels, potentially improve blood flow to the penis, and also help to maintain and improve blood flow. See, what makes penis to remain strong for a long time is blood flow. And if the blood is flowing from the heart to the penis and unhindered, what do you expect? It's going to last for a very, very long time. And that is so good. You know what I'm saying? And if the man is doing exercise, eating healthy, taking supplements, looking after his health, that man will be prolific, profound, powerful sexual giver for the wife. Let's go to the next slide. Now, very important. Next slide. Oh, this is another one. Pomegranate, my goodness me, rich in antioxidants. They improve blood flow and erectile function. Powerful. You got to eat this. You got to drink this. Ladies, help your husbands. Let them take a lot of this. It will help to keep them well. Women, you can take this too. It's really, really good for their health. What I've just talked about. Let's go to the next one. Okay, really, really important. Now, food that guarantees enhance a woman's sexual life. I've just mentioned them. Fruits, ladies, fruits, nuts, avocado, you understand? Some of the food I mentioned, leaves, pineapples, and all that stuff. Some of the ladies, you see, it's really, really important that your body is smelling nice. Your whole body is so juicy, so lovely, so nice. If any man wants to go down on you, if a man wants your husband want to enjoy that, then I mean, you should be able to taste pineapple fruits. You should be able to taste carrots. You should be able to taste avocado pears. You should be able to taste tomatoes. You should be able to taste pomegranates. Give them supplements and vitamins while they are down there. If they are there and all they smell is ewedu soup, all they smell is this conch dry stuff, it's like nothing is happening there. Sometimes the women are not even, the place is so dry, really, really, really dry, because they're not giving a lot of fruits, a lot of veg. They're not exercising, they're not looking after their body. They're so stressed out. That place will dry like rock of ages, right? They're competing with Christ now. Christ is the rock of ages. So a vagina that is like rock of ages, without water, without anything, is difficult. But even though it's like rock of ages, and somebody, you're eating this, you're looking at, when the man hits the rock, you know what I'm saying? Hit the rock with his tongue, hit the rock by fingering, whatever he does in the rock, you will see water flowing like rivers of living water coming out from River Jordan or Mediterranean Sea, flowing like this. It's going to be unhindered. And even if you have challenges, maybe because of medication, because of e-health, let's get water-based lubricant. Okay, water-based lubricant. Just anoint the place with the water-based lubricant, and then let the man go into the holies of holies. Let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this is really important. I'm wrapping this up now very, very quickly, guys. I know time has gone. This is a lot to cover. I wish we started a bit earlier, but I will just wrap. I want to touch a few things before I close. Some parts of the women body. Women have 31 erogenous zones. Men have only 15. Okay. Now, can you imagine human body? A lot of women body is wasting some of the parts of their body because it's not being worked on. You see, any muscle you don't use frequently, it becomes hard and stiff. The woman body is created like, oh, sometimes I lack word to describe the woman body. God did wonders there. You see, the man body, we don't have enough. Okay, you have erogenous zones, place that can stimulate you, please can enjoy 31 of them. But we men, can you imagine? We have 15. Can you see now? God created us first. And you guys know one thing I've come to realize in this life. Anytime somebody writes a book, if you're writing the same books the second time, there's always addition. You can never publish the second book of the same version with the same content. Never. So God used us as experiment. He started with us. And by the time you realize that, okay, I'll finish this one. This man is so hard. Every time he's kangaroo, every time he's Aaron running around. Let me get something for him. God now took a rib from us. I mean, sometimes I wonder, We were created from ground. And guys, we were created with hard soil. The soil is hard. It's rocky. I don't even know how God did it that we come out like this. No wonder our body is full of hard, hard, hard. Our hand is hard. Buttocks is hard. Everything around us is hard. And God took ribs from us to make you women. That's why you guys are soft. You were created from a refined soil, a refined sand, filtered. That's why women, it's just different. And God begin to add this, add this, add this, add this, add this. God gives so much to you guys than what we have, because you guys are going to carry the babies. You guys have the womb. He did a lot of things, you guys' body. This is why I'm saying most men do not appreciate their women's body, their wife's body, and all these blessings that God has given to them. And they're just allowing the bum is wasting, the ear is not being touched, the vagina is crying sometimes, they are really skin, nobody is touching it. Nipples are looking at me and say, I'm not happy, I'm upset now. The neck is just getting dry. The woman is putting oil there, nobody is licking it. The mouth is so dry that it's even cutting in winter because nobody is sucking and kissing. Everything is just crying out for help. And God is saying, where are the men? Where are the husbands that I give to these women? They are really suffering. This is not acceptable. Let's go to the next slide, guys. Let's go to the next slide. So you see, these are powerful original zone for men. Look at us. Very few areas: penis, waist, buttocks, all the scrotum. We don't have a lot, because we came from the raw soil, very difficult, challenging soil, and that is why God still gave us something. But He had to modify you guys and bring something better. This is why when we see you, we say, "Wow, bone of my bone." And it's because we understand the dynamics of what we are seeing. You might not, you will look at us and you say, who are these dry human beings? Why are their bodies so stiff like this? And then when we look at you guys, we can't even focus. We start saying some things that we didn't even mean. We start getting confused as if we have dementia, or as if something is wrong with us. We are forgetting ourselves. Why? Just because we see you guys' body. I mean, give it all for ladies. God have done a good job, and I really appreciate Him for that creation. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so fine. These are types of orgasm. I won't spend a lot of time here. Women have the ability to have more orgasm than men. But today, men are having more orgasm than women because men are doing a lot of disservice to the women. Women have so many types of orgasm, clitoral orgasm. You don't even need to enter the woman. She have already come. Just by working on the clitoris, you see, the thing will just submit to the intense pleasure she's receiving, right? They have vaginal orgasm, which is also trusting as well. This is so powerful. There's sleep orgasm, there's nipple. There's some women that you can touch the nipple, you suck the nipple, the nipple is so excited. Before you know it, the woman is already wet. She's quitting, she's just crying, she's weeping, and sometimes she just says, God help me, this enjoyment is too much. It's just that we don't know how to work on these areas. It's sad. Okay, women can just be happy and just touching her body, she've already come. Why? Because there's happiness orgasm as well. Really, really powerful. Let's go to the next slide. So women have the opportunity to have a lot of orgasm. This is why, since I find out that my wife can have multiple orgasms, I'm giving her now back to back. Sometimes you just wonder why this woman is smiling and very, very happy. It's because I'm busy. That body is not wasted. God will award and reward me. I think sometimes the way I'm getting blessed in this world, sometimes I believe is because I'm really making sure none of my wife's body goes to the breast kingdom or whatever kingdom to report me to their maker. They always say that Chinda is doing a very, very good job. Please bless him and God bless me. So some men, if you want blessing, please help your wives to enjoy this amazing time. Now look at different kind of sex position. Some people they use missionary. Okay, they use missionary positions, but there are so many positions to enjoy sex. Okay, you have different positions, women staying on top. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, it's really, really important. I don't know how Adam and Eve had sex in the Garden of Eden, whether they had sex upon hippopotamus. I don't know whether all the animals gathered together to watch them, thinking that they are playing hide and seek or playing with their this thing. They didn't know that they were penetrating each other. I don't know how they did it. So all these people with superstition believe, oh, you must do it like this. It must be in the bedroom. Who told you? Who told you? You need to enjoy yourself, explore your bodies. The main thing is make sure that this thing is entering the right place, and then enjoy it. Play. Don't rush anything. Don't be making sex like you guys are stealing sex. You are having sex. It's like you are stealing sex. You're not stealing anything. You're enjoying it. It's a pleasurable stuff. So women, please take your time. Sometimes tell your husband to lie down. Let me ride you. You might just say, Oga,
I know you are tired. I know it's my turn tonight. I'm riding on you and I want you to relax. Okay. I'm going to walk on you. Sometimes women initiate sex. All right. The man likes it. We like when you initiate sex sometimes. It's really, really good. Okay. Take advantage of this. Let's go to the next slide. Whatever thing that works for you, use every position. Now, if you realize that most of these positions, the husband and wife, they are not very, 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 very fat. So if you're not flexible, okay, it's going to be challenging, right? You might now begin to report to your pastor that your husband say you should raise your leg up. Raising your leg up is not bad, but it's just that because you need different angles, different positions. Okay, it's really important to be flexible. So this is why you need to go to the gym, work on yourself, and it's important to look after your body as well. Really, really good. Okay, for your sexual satisfaction. Next slide, please. Really, really important. So this is how you process. Talk to each other during the day, support each other, be clean. Please, ladies and the guys, some men are smelling like cat, some men are smelling like horse that they never pour water for 40 years. Their armpits look smelling, and they will to tell the woman they want to say. Some of them they don't even brush their teeth properly. You will see soup, cigarettes, all sorts of stuff, and they want to near the woman. Women want body that is clean. And then ladies, sometimes too, don't be smelling like obono soup. Don't be smelling all this ewedu soup, smelling beans. Can you imagine your husband having sex with you and the only smell he's getting from you is beans? I mean, are you having bean sex now? Are you guys now turning sexual intercourse now to bean sex? It's not good. So this is very, very important that we smell nice. Get perfume. I have perfume for sex, I have perfume to go, I have perfume for a lot of things, and it helps me to smell nice, to look great, because my wife loves it. Okay, enjoy it. Sex is not just for one place. You can have sex in the car, in the bedroom, in the kitchen. Explore. Sometimes just go out. Do you get me? Sometimes go out to go and enjoy sex. I don't know how many people have had sex in their car. Go somewhere quiet. Really, really good. It just explore different dimensions. Just enjoy it. It's not a sin. Do you get me? Enjoy it. Husband must stimulate their wives, erogenous zones, explore the body, enjoy, touch. Because if a man walk very, very well on the woman's body, it's very easy to enter the garden. Some men just want to show up. Oh yeah, open your leg. Are we in military regime or are we doing military sex now? Oh yeah, in the name of Jesus, I command you now, woman, open your leg. No, that is not nice. That's like you're using her. It's like she's just gonna get frustrated and tired. She will lie there like cadaver. She will not even enjoy it. You too, you will just be, breathing like an elephant that has walked 80 miles per hour. So you have to find a way to make sure that both of you are ready and enjoy it. Spontaneous. Really, really good. Next slide. Excited sex, dutiful sex. You see, sometimes you don't even have a lot of time to do all these things I've talked about, but because you want to sleep well, you want the headache to go, you just do a little bit of foreplay and just enjoy sex and just go in there. And then try different things, try different sex position, try different things, dance, cook together. Whatever you are going to do, is really, really, it's gonna change the dynamics. Okay. Some people say, okay, I have children. How can we be having sex? Look, when we had children, guys, you won't believe me, throughout when we have children, we're having sex in holiday. In fact, sometimes we go with children with sex. We know how to do things. We tell them, okay, go and stay there. The children will be playing with something. May I have done cooking in the toilet, or we come. Like we are always having sex on holiday, in the house, everywhere. Like they never caught us because we are so smart. We're so strategic. Do you get what I'm saying? You cannot just say because I have children, then you start having sex. I say, I'm looking after my children. And are you now replacing sex with the children? Guys, you need to be intentional about this. Make up your mind. In my family, we have scheduled sex and we also have spontaneous sex. So we have the days of the week that we have sex. Everybody know we're looking forward to that sex. And you know one thing, because we have scheduled sex, and if we have misunderstanding or whatever, we'll settle it immediately. We'll find a way to change because me, I don't want to miss that knocking. I don't want to miss the knocking. I don't want to miss the connection. And you see, we have shower together. There is sometime in a week, me and my wife, we call it the Garden of Eden Day. So that day of the week, when the children go to school, because we're IT guys, we work from home most of the times, we have Garden of Eden Day. So she's naked, I'm naked. We eat together, we do things together. We do meetings at work, but nobody sees us. We don't show our video, but we're naked. And then she will come down to my office. She will say, "Hi, Adam. How is the elephant? How is hippopotamus?" Me, I will go up and say, "Hey, how is the garden? Did you see giraffe today?" It's just there's something about just being naked at home, right? You go to the kitchen, you're naked. You go to the dining, you're naked. You go upstairs, you're naked. You're walking, you're naked. You touch each other, you smack each other, bum bum. You kiss, you suck the breast a little bit. There's a lot of things you could do with your spouse during the day before the kids come by. You dress up again, you are normal, and nobody knows what has happened, and you're enjoying yourself. You shower together. Me and my wife, we have some crazy routines that we do every week that whatever happened in the relationship, me, I want to fix it because I don't want to miss that at all, because it's really, really important. Garden of Eden day, whereby we are completely turned around. And then schedule date night in the house, date night, you need to go out. Okay. Have some time to talk about everything. Be transparent, be open. It will make you guys to have a lot of sex. Next slide. Very quickly, next slide as I wrap this up. Okay, and listen, guys, it's really, really important. You see, you can have sex in your office. You see, that's my house office there. I can tell you, it's been a beautiful place. Is that table? Only God knows. A lot of orgasm has happened on that table. A lot of sexual encounter in that room. It's beautiful. Her own office, kitchen, everywhere, dining. Oh, see, this sex is not limited in the room. You get that? In the car. Sometimes we just say, look, I want to have sex in the car today. She said, okay, that's fine. And then we just walk together, come, we just drive, go to one part of the city where there is dark under a tree and have some amazing sexual intercourse, enjoy ourselves, and then come back to the house and just say, hi, say everybody. And then we come back, just go to the shop, buy something, and nobody knows that we have just had some amazing car sex without nobody knowing nothing, right? So make it exciting. This boring sex, thinking that see you, if you're not intimate, if you guys are not together, you cannot get this level of sexual intercourse I'm talking about. There is no way. You have to work together. You have to find a way to align. You can't have this level of intimacy, sexual satisfaction, without you guys understanding that you have to resolve things, you have to find a way. Unfortunately, most men are not willing to do the work, they're not willing to commit. Some women are flexible, they are ready to change and modify, but the men are the I'm sorry, but they are one of the biggest challenge having this level of intimacy, right? Maybe I have sex 3 to 7 times a week in my marriage, apart from the time of period or maybe of ill health or something. But it's been like this for 16 years and I'm not stopping. We love it. It's amazing. It's great. It's sweet. It's enjoyable. That is why I cannot do without it. And it's just me and my wife alone. Do you guys understand? Next slide. As we begin to wrap this up. Next slide. So please, this is important. And you know what? As you begin to age, I won't spend much time here, your sexual drive begin to change. In your 20s, high, 20, 30s and 40s, yeah, moderately high, but things begin to change. The 1% of testosterone begin to decline, desire and all that for women. Menopause will begin to show up and childbirth, hormonal imbalance. And there's so many things that happen. Even menopause have its own challenges and all that, the hot flushes. Some people are taking drugs for different things as well. And some of these drugs reduce libido, high cholesterols and all the illnesses. This thing can be a problem. So this is why you need to look after your health. You see, you can't have great sexual life if you don't look after your health. We don't want to pay the price tomorrow with all kind of illnesses that we brought upon ourselves because of our lifestyle, because of our because of what we eat, because of our behavior. So it's not just behaving in a particular way, it's all rounding. You need to change some of the dynamics because as we age, you can have great sex in 20s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. Who told you cannot? But you need to start now, right? And having that grace and finding a way to work with each other. Sexual satisfaction is from God, it's not from the devil. But things can begin to change over time. But we can mitigate that by our habits in our health, habits in our exercise, habits in our behavior, mindset, in our reading, our unity, alignment. All sorts of things begin to happen while we begin to age to make sure to have this compassionate, consolidated love and at the same time have great, pleasurable sex. Next slide. Okay, this is really important. Right. So what I want to say is this. It's really important that you make up your mind, you strategically decide that you want your relationship to change. And if you do that, you will see the dynamics of the transformation that will happen in your life. I cannot begin to tell you the benefit of sexual encounter. Me and my wife know sex in this house is non-negotiable. We have
We have a covenant to make love to the coming of Christ. Sometimes I tell her that I would really like to be having orgasm when the rapture happened. It's good to be in church. It's good to be reading the Bible. It's good to be fasting and prayers. But I'm already doing that anyway. But imagine having orgasm and the rapture take place. Is one of the best experience you can ever have. That's my desire. If Jesus tarries, like being raptured and just before that, having orgasm as you just wrap things up and go to heaven. It's beautiful. So this is how you connect with me. So I have Married Life Management community as well. You can get me on Instagram as well, Married Life Management, and look at the website. We have a lot of online courses, which I'm going to send to her as well. And I have this community called Love Without Drama. Okay, it's been here, but we are relaunching and revamping it. It's going to be on School Online on an app, and that will be happening by the end of this month for couples to continue to revamp. Now, if you think I've shared anything here, you don't know. I didn't share nothing. I know what I can give, and I know what I can use to change the lives of relationships. So the Love Without Drama community is basically to take relationship from here to here in all dimensions. All dimensions. We'll talk about investment. We'll talk about house buying. We'll talk about the UK dynamics. We'll talk about relationship dynamics in the UK. We'll talk about conflict, communication. We'll talk about self-discovery. We'll talk about temperament, personality, the way it works in marriage, not in your work, not in your purpose, not in it's a different dynamics when you come to here. And everything I do is to ensure that my sister that died, the privilege she didn't have, and she lost her life very young age because of lack of knowledge. I made up my mind that I will give myself to this. I will submit myself to this, and I will build relationships and marriages. And I will also be grateful that you provide reviews. I'm going to send my Google reviews as well to help support and share this. Okay, you've not shared anything. You have saved a lot of us tonight. Okay. Yeah. So I will share. Wow. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Please tell me how you're feeling. Okay. So this is it. I these sections normally last for 6 hours, guys. So I had to cut my slide to bring it to this. It's a serious workshop. I do it for 3 days, to 2 hours, to 2 hours, but I have to do whatever I can to come here. But I believe I've been able to give you guys some value. Sorry, I may have not done a good job here today, but I believe I've done a tiny little bit to convince you that, Mr. Chinda, sexual intercourse, I live and I breathe sexual intercourse. And as a man, I do not waste my wife's vagina, breast, buttocks, neck, lips. I use everything to the glory of God. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Please, guys, put in the comment section. Let's know how you feel. Let's know how you feel. I'm sure you can read the comments. See fire. I mean, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I'm so glad. We are so glad to have you here. Please show me the emojis. Tell me how you feel about this session. Please just tell me how you feel about this session. Can you see the fire? You demystified a lot, sir. Thank you so much. And please, if you have any question for Coach Chindah, please, this is a good time to put it in the comment section. And if it's too personal, you don't want to do that, I'm sure you have I can put up your contact again so that people can chat you up. No hiding place. Tell me what you learned, what you are going to take home tonight. Tell me one special thing you're going to do.
Very important.
Something different that you're going to do tonight. You don't just listen and say thank you. Yeah, I like that. Did you hear what Siwande said? It's not wasting vagina and breast for me. Oh, someone is already going to the other room. Please make sure the kids are asleep.
Oh my God.
Oh dear Lord, no hiding place. Yes, there's no hiding place. You went all in to help people understand intimacy better. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Then Ms. D said, implement Garden of Eden immediately. Awesome. Nice one. Yeah, we want implementation. That's the main thing. Don't just listen, don't just digest. Bible says it's not only don't be the hearer alone, be the doer of it. So thank you so much. I'm still waiting for our questions. I'm waiting for our questions. If you have any
Yeah.
question for Coach Chindah, kindly put it in here. And if you like to be a part of this community, you have all the details in there. You can send him a direct message if the question is too personal. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Tell me, put in the comment section. Tell us what you start doing now. Something different that you've not done before.
Yes, yes,
Something
that's
different.
nice.
Yeah, I think I also like to explore that garden. But this UK winters, this UK cold.
Yeah, yeah. So I know. I think that one you just have to put even if it's just an hour to just warm up the place. Okay, a couple of hours in the day when nobody's around, you could do that. Lock up everywhere, and just explore. Right? It's really beautiful. I mean, imagine walking the entire house naked. My goodness me, it's beautiful. Like sometimes. See, sin is bad, though. This thing that we're wearing clothes is a wrong thing, oh. It's a very wrong thing that we're wearing clothes. I'm telling you, sin mess things up. We're not supposed to wear clothes, whether there's winter or no winter. We're not supposed to wear clothes because nakedness is freedom. It's amazing. Yeah. We're not supposed to wear clothes. Let me see. I will explore the time. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay. Okay.
The
Okay. Okay.
scheduling one you
All right.
talked about. Yeah, so have a roster Wednesday night,
Yes.
Sunday night.
Exactly. Exactly. See, walking around without shame is amazing. Exactly. All this, no condemnation, no judgment. Oh, you didn't wear this. Oh, you don't cover this. Oh, this one is exposing. Oh, this one. I beg, leave me. That is me. What is it? Waiting. This is me. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so liberating. I don't know. We've been doing this thing now for 16 years. And I can tell you, it has changed everything. It's beautiful experience, beautiful experience, beautiful experience. And because I do that all the time, and because we have romantic gestures, like we need to take a shower 1 or 2 a week together. It's compulsory, 1 or 2 a week. And because we do that, it's also another place to bond. And then also we must do massage at least 1 or 2 a week. Now, all these things are in the rota. So we have the timetable. So I'm just gonna have timetable for my children, timetable for work, timetable for business, timetable for discover this, that. What about timetable for enjoying this marriage? What is wrong? Who said I should not have a timetable? I deserve to have a timetable. So, like for me now, in my home, we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday is our sexual schedule days. Okay. Now, the other days, now when I say sexual schedule days, if I say Monday, it doesn't mean that sex is one. So sometimes in one day we have three sex in one day. So when I say day, it's not like, oh, Gina just no. Sometimes on Friday, instead of one, we have in the morning because we work from home, we do quickie in the afternoon in the dining, and then the evening before we sleep, we wrap things up in the fellowship and then go to see Christ in the spiritual realm. So one is I'm not saying now somebody might be thinking, how do you have the time? Oh, see, if you love each other, if you are so intimate, this thing I'm telling you, it's not work. You'll be saying, thank you, Jesus. Today is another day of sexual pleasure. Thank you, Lord, we have come. So I choose to give those gap. Me, I'm happy to do every day because I've been given the anointing for this. So, but because I need to allow the vagina to revive, to recuperate, to go and meet her maker for adjustment, I give one day gap for refreshment. Okay. And then when it's period, I give full 1 week, 7 days to 8 days, recover. And then by the time we come back, come and see, it's like new vagina, new clitoris, new everything. And things just tighten up again. So it's not people, some men cannot be patient. They're having period. Oh, I must have it. Well, it's up to you. If it's working for you, fine. But me, I like that 1 week gap. Let everywhere just chill, everywhere go and revive, meet your maker, rechange and recuperate and rewind. And then when I come back, I will just start fresh this virginity again. Oh, look at it. What is your advice? That's a question. Yeah. What is your advice for long distance couples coach? Okay. Now, I don't understand the details about this long distance. Maybe somebody's in Nigeria and the other person is here, or the other person is in Manchester and then the other person is in Liverpool. Okay, long distance is indifferent. If it's in Africa, that's a different dynamics. If it's within the UK, that's a different dynamics, whereby for 2 3 months they've not seen each other, or for Nigeria maybe once a year or things like that. Now, I always say this long distance, I don't advise it to be forever. It's good to have a timetable. Should we do this for just 1 year, 2 years? But you are doing it for 20 years, 30 years. I don't think that is marriage, to be honest. So if it is the long, shorter one, because of whether work, immigration, whatever it is, right? Ensure that it doesn't stay for too long, because it can start affecting your bonding. It can start affecting that closeness. I'm telling you, this is true. I don't want you to tell me, don't expect me to tell you, oh, distant relationship is fantastic, it's great. Continue like that in the coming of Christ. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Then we speak in tongue and say, Amen. No, if I do that, I'm not being honest with you, right? Okay. Let's say for now, this is the situation. Okay. Because it's been like this for now, every time you guys meet, when are you gonna meet together? When are you gonna come together? Is it once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month? But remember, you need to have a timetable on when this long thing will possibly end. Don't have an open-ended long distance relationship that is only the coming of Christ that will decide whether it ends. It's not entirely great. Many relationships and marriages have suffered divorces, separations, issues, infidelity. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Even men of God that came from heaven and married you, long distance relationship, if you're not careful, they will begin to do men of God with the choir leaders in the church for the fellowship of Christ. I'm telling you. Why? Because the men of God as well need to release before you continue to preach the sermon. Are you getting what I'm saying? If it's only preaching and preaching and preaching, you'll be very surprised that the man of God is forgetting some scriptures, is forgetting some verses in the Bible because the man is hungry. Are you getting what I'm saying? So decide the timetable on how long this is going to be. That's one. Number two, for the meantime, when you come together, what are the things that you're going to do to rekindle the fire? What are the activities you guys are going to get involved? Oh, hello, welcome, honey. My God, we've not seen you for 1 year. God bless you. That's your food. And then the man is there for 2 weeks. And then you carry the children to go to the park. And from the park, he came back. And he now told you that the village, they burn it fire. And as they burn the village fire, that your house, thank God that your coconut did not boil. You remember that your plantain. And then after that, and then 2 weeks later, the man said, hello, my sister, thank you very much. I'm going back. Jesus loves you. And he goes back. And that is not, you got to be intentional every day of that week. Thank God if you are free. If I were you, target when there's no period, when the man arrives, so that period will not hinder. So find time to talk, to discuss, explore, have some time around. Don't allow the children to cloud you. Get somebody to help you. If you don't have somebody, find time within when they sleep. Let you guys talk, discuss, intimate again, explore yourselves, manage that 1 to 2 weeks, intentionally intimate, sexually, intellectually, emotionally connect. And then while they are away, right? Make sure you have time to talk each day. How was your day? How are things doing? How's your life? This is what I'm going through. This is the challenge, and I hope things are going to work out for us. And I love you so much. I really, really miss you. Now, sometimes I want to say WhatsApp call is encrypted. So if you want to show him nipple, that's up to you. Don't send picture, because it's not good to just be sending picture like that. It can be dangerous. But if you get it and say, look, the nipple has been waiting, the nipple say that is waiting for you and is erected already. When are you showing up? And you might even give your wife breast name. You can call one Janet, you can call one Mary, you can call the other one Elizabeth, you can call the other one Michael, whatever you want to call the breast. And just tell Michael, tell Elizabeth, I'll be back soon. Okay, please make sure you look after your sister Jennifer. Talk, let them know that you are thinking about them. You get what I'm saying? You too, tell him that that thing in between your leg, don't call it penis or something. Give it a special name. Tell him Odogu, Mr. Tell him Odogu, or chief of our village, something, whatever. Just keep the thing lovely, and exciting. This will really, really help to make the relationship positive and strong. Do we? I don't know if that has helped at all. How common
Yeah, I
is
just
clitoral?
I just dropped on.
Okay, how common is clitoral orgasm for ladies? I noticed that I never managed to orgasm via penetration, but my clitoral stimulation. Is this normal? Is it that we are yet to discover my internal G spot? Okay, fine. Clitoral G spot is very possible. Okay, clitoral orgasm. It can happen all the time as long as it's fully stimulated, is fully aroused intensely. Okay, that can happen. Now, if you're having clitoral, sorry, if you're having clitoral stimulation a lot, and then you're having orgasm via that, it's very possible that you can also have penetration orgasm. Now, I don't know the frequency of, I don't know how fast, because if that is like that, the penetration doesn't have to be fast. The reason because the see the clitoris is right at the top here, and then the vestibule is just down. So when it's like this, okay, and the clitoris is here, and this is the vestibule. So you see, now if you're doing like this, see, if you the person asks, if you're doing straight like this, if you're doing like this, you're not really touching this. Okay. Now, if this is very stimulated, so you go like this. So he has to go like this, not like this. Are you getting me? If he's going straight like this, remember, this is very stimulated. So to keep stimulating this and to keep hitting the ground, see the ground. This is the vaginal canal. This is the vestibule, the entrance to the vagina. From here to here, 1/3 is orgasmic floor. So all the nerves are all here. So instead of going straight, go up. Move. You need to move up, and we're going slowly, slowly, and be hitting here slightly the vestibule, and then be hitting the orgasmic floor gently, gently, gently. There's a high possibility that you will have orgasm as well, penetration orgasm. The reason is because this thing is so heightened and the vagina is so wet and very lubricated. The next thing that will happen is that it will start stimulating the orgasmic floor. Look at it, it's called orgasmic floor for a reason, because the orgasmic nerves have the highest concentration there. Slow, not fast, 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 like someone that is trying to eat food that is finishing. Just take it slowly, and like this, not like this, like this, like this. As he's doing, his penis shaft is touching the clitoris that is already wet and very stimulated, and go gently, 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 and you see your breath will begin to change, because now two things are happening: clitoris and there. And with time, and then position your mind. Don't lock up. Don't lock up. Position your mind. Said, yes, this is gonna happen. This is just fantastic. Don't say I will never have penetration orgasm. No, it's all about strategy on how to navigate around that place that will change the game for you. Do you understand? So if you take it slowly, I believe that will definitely help you as well to make stuff. And again, for those, if you're doing this, there is, ladies, I don't know who asked this question, why is going like this? When he sees that you're breathing so high, just come out, not completely, leave the head of the penis right at the vestibule, and just roll it round, and then take it out and slowly go back and do that. What is doing is called, we call it orgasmic teasing. So it's like, I'm about to come. Oh no, you're not going to come. But why am I not coming? Okay, take it. No, you're not gonna come. Is trying to break something, and then the next time you just go down and go, you just boom, your body will refuse anything from happening. You just lock up, and then you just release. Yeah, sorry. I wish I was physical with you guys to demonstrate this. Obviously, not physical demonstrate with my wife, because that would be pornography, if you see what I mean. But I will use my hand and all that stuff to demonstrate. Okay, so I will be sharing. I will be sharing. If you have more questions, that's fine. But since I'll be sharing the link for They love that drama stuff with you. I'm showing the Google link as well, the Google profile link, just to put some reviews there as well. There are a couple of other, I have an online course which is called this title as well, how to receive and personal, how to give and receive a personalized sexual pleasure without feeling used. Now, this is just an extract from that. That one is on another level, is insanely deep, right? And it takes you from one level to the other, one level to the other. Okay, so really, really important that I will share that. I think it's about $47 now. You can just grab it and just go through it. It will really help to, and I talk about everything. So I'm not just talking about sex, but I take you guys through a journey of relationship, the problem, the details, the this, what to do, and all that, until you get onto the other side. Somebody said, I envy you all. Is that person not married? Yeah. So I can understand. Okay. Chicks. Okay, don't worry. I think if you're really, whatever your situation, I believe that it can be remedied as well, and you can actually do things a little bit differently. Okay. Now, I also want to say, if you need any help, if you need any support on another level, yeah, if you need any support, please reach out to me. Okay, send me an email. If you need some sensitive private stuff to talk about, we can do that as well. Okay, Marido, my wife no send. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, Chooks. Thank you. And Chooks, what do you think? I hope you've learned something today, and I hope you're gonna do something a little bit more better and changes as well. Things begin to go on. So, guys, please follow me, write to me, and I will send some links to how to put on the group as well, so that people can have um, access as well for this. But while we are here, I'm just going to put a link very quickly on the chat. This is, I think this is the online course where we have, I will send you all those later. Okay, send it. I don't think I can do chat here. Okay, it's not letting me for whatever reason.
Okay, you can send it to me out first. I don't know why it's not
Okay,
doing
all
it.
right, cool. So, yeah, so ask them, guys, are they, do I have all your questions answered? Please, let's be real here. If you want to
Yeah,
ask on behalf of somebody, that's fine. And
I'm not
I
saying
will
any
send
more
everything
thing.
to sis.
Yeah, please, if you have
So,
personal question, you can drop it in my DM, then I'll post it on your behalf.
okay. All right. Okay. So I think this has really, really helped to support you guys. But I just wanted to be real and practical. That is the only way for us to do this. And Love Without Drama is going to be an incredible marriage group, and it's going to be Western world specific and unique, UK centric. I'm privileged. I've been here for more than 20 years, and I understand the dynamics in this place, and I know the way things are done here. So I'm happy to support as many as possible. And the group is just to enhance. We're going to meet once in a week. If you're not there, you see the recording as well. And there's a lot of other things that we do that will really, really, support your marriage and relationship, both financially, spiritually, physically, maritally, every aspect of marriage. We cover all that in detail. But from a UK perspective, that's the focus. So, and then again, I hope.
I mean, you have done justice, real justice to this topic. Thank you so much once again for the time. Please, guys, put in the comment sections, show him your appreciation, tell him how much of a blessing he has been to us this evening. Let's just flood the comment section with thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, we've spent almost 3 hours and it just didn't feel like it. Personally, I just wish this session could just continue going on. But I'm so grateful that you honor that invitation. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And to everyone, so like I said earlier, this program is put up together by parents supporting parents in the UK. It's a safe space, it's a safe community where we share information, we discuss things. I mean, everything. This is an example of things we talk about. And so please feel free, if you're in the UK or you have a relative in the UK that you want them to be part of this, that's the link to join. You can only join with a UK line because it's open to only UK residents. So you can use that, can copy that link and send a request, and the admin will definitely approve. Once you have a UK number, the admin would approve your request. So thank you so much, Coach Chindah. We can't thank you enough. It has been an amazing session, personally for me, and I'm sure it's the same for other people too. So there's no other question. I'm trying to check my WhatsApp. I mean, I don't have any personal questions. I've posted the one I had. I don't have any personal question again. So please feel free to reach out to Coach Chindah if you need further counseling or guidance. And I also post the links and other materials we talked about once I have them. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. It's such a pleasure. Good having you here. So until the next webinar, which will be communicated very soon, we see ourselves in our WhatsApp group.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.